What up? Is this 2 songs? Nah, man, you're just high, bro. And I pull up in a gauntlet. Yo, dog, you quiet? I know that's not true. My music's really loud. Hello?
Oh, hey.
Why am I constantly talking? Look, I got lockjaw. Help.
Stop.
Help.
Stop doing it.
I got lockjaw.
Does that work?
No. It's still doing it. What is happening? Why is this happening to me? I'm gonna take a nap. The fuck? What's my push to talk? It's one of my mouse buttons. What am I gonna play? Fear the Moon? Why would I fear myself? What mouse am I using? They order monitor after splitting audio? Guys, we're doing incremental progress here, okay? Tonight I'm gonna order the monitors. Okay. What monitor are you getting? LG 27 Ultra Gear OLED QHD gaming monitor with 240 hertz NVIDIA G-Sync compatible or some shit. I don't know. That was the one I bookmarked like a year ago. So maybe there's a better one.
Fixed?
No!
Okay, hold on. Stop. Calm down. Alright?
Ah! Help!
Okay. I'm trying to help you!
Help! Hold on. I got an idea.
Okay.
Wait. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you.
How? How?
Magic.
This is fucking dumb. Hang on.
Okay, did you try to... It's your fucking...
Hold on.
I believe in you.
Why? Why? Why can't I just wake up? Why can't I just wake up? Ah!
Opposite of what I would thought would happen when we moved to the sea. Normally, sea witch steals your voice. She doesn't gives it to you continually.
Something over last prank. How is this happening? I don't know. I literally do not know how this is happening.
I know how it's happened to me.
Hello.
Hello?
Okay.
Wait, did you...
What? Meow. I don't get what's happening to me.
I only know that this happens to me. It's it's a... Meow. Must be a cat outside. All right, this is just... Cat shreds? Okay. Skill issue.
Fuck.
Oh god, it hasn't happened to me with that particular thing in a really long time. I'm trying to remember what I had to do to fix that. I'll take the -1. I had to download Razer Synapse to fix it on my mouse, alright? And I don't know what the fuck to do for Logitech.
I have the Logitech software.
Maybe you need to open that up because that normally fixes it for my fucking Razer. I don't know why.
It is open.
Okay, can you see what your fucking, like, how do you have your keys bound?
My push to talk is a button on me mouse.
Okay. I know that it can be fucky with that and that you have to go through like secondary bindings. Like my mouse binds to the fucking equal sign and my equal sign is actually the push to talk key. Because it gets fucky when you bind it directly. I don't know why. I gotta go open a window for a cat.
Okay. Still doing it. It's still active. Can you hear me? What the flippin' heck? Onboard memory mode. Um, uh, hmm. Why would this happen to me? Uh, Butter slice, thanks for subbing. Even got a controller plug that's fucking with it? I don't actually. It's up my new computer. Uh, hmm. Windows might change your default device. Mixer. Nope. You're talking in her stream because I have my voice chat turned off. Hello? Because it's spinning. Hmm.
I wanna push you around. Well, I will.
Let's see here. Turned off briefly.
Oh shit, that's progress. That's progress. I fixed it. Hooray!
Would you believe it's because I didn't bind my toggle helmet visor key?
That's kind of funny. That's wild.
Well, we're living in the future, baby. Living in the future.
I don't know what I'm wearing today.
The house, dude. We freaking did it. And by we, I mean Siobhan did it. This is Etta's house. Entirely Siobhan's house? Not true. We contributed. We got 100K plus. Close.
Mm-hmm.
Let's freaking go get paid.
Yeah! Funny. Okay.
People keep leaving. Toilet paper in our it's still here.
Yeah, Liz Remington is like, oh, maybe can I, have permission to go on your property to like pick up trash? Because I'm a trash picker upper. I'm like, that sounds like a really good thing for a snoop to do. So no. For all I know, she's the one who put it all here to have an excuse.
Who?
Snooping around. Liz Remington?
Talking about the trash lady that we talked to last night?
Yes, she is a snoop. I'm not letting.
I think she's literally just a trash lady.
I'm telling you right now, I think she's a snoop. She's a snoop. I told her to not drop no weaves.
Wait, say something?
Hello.
Right now, speak up.
Good dog me venin.
Very good. Good, good, good. Good, 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 good. Marlo ain't taking the house. We didn't take a loan from Marlo. How are you? Thanks for subbing. It's going along.
Haircut supplies are high. Good. Good, good.
Yeah, suck.
I mean, none of them, shit's in the trunk anymore, right?
Nope, I put it in the house.
Oh, God. I'm starting to memorize Archie's number. No, Archie. Now is not the time. Oh, my God. He calls so often. Right when I wake up that I'm actually memorizing his number. I hate this.
Does my game sound too quiet, guys?
Every day when I wake up, I have a little countdown in my head about who will call first. Is it Archie or is it Bobby? Because one of them's gonna call within, 10 to 15 minutes, and it's just who's gonna do it first.
I wish you could block people's numbers.
Me too. Me too. I wish they got a fucking notification every time they tried, too, that, like, the message provider is not accepting messages at this time.
Time
Please
to
try
get
your message again later.
paid.
Wait, money.
Money. Look at the fog. Wait, it's raining.
Yeah. Ugh. It's
It's-
sandy. Thank God we don't have to live here anymore.
Yeah. We're way better than those sandy meth heads, yo.
Yeah, we are.
You know what I could do to make this more bearable?
What? Not go as fast? Just go slightly lower?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I was just gonna turn on my AirPods and pretend to engage in conversation like I could hear.
With me?
I think I'm really good at it.
You're not as good as you think you are.
I know. No, not with you. I wouldn't do that with you. With Archie, though, yeah, 100%.
I'm pretty good at it.
You are really good at it. I'm learning.
Oof. Yellow Murph.
How's it going?
Yellow Robin.
What's
By the way, I brought everybody lunch. I hope you don't mind me taking the liberty.
Oh my god, thank you.
Huge. Wait, is it in the place?
I haven't placed it down yet,
Ooh.
but I've got 8 fucking Burger by the Ocean meals for everybody.
Dick.
I gotta go buy a new phone because my phone is dead. Extra spit. Daxius, thanks for subbing. Tyriakis and Manly Handles, Squid Me, Senpai, Satan, Gingy Ale, Nikadubu, Carpe Whale, Thays, Dorsensei, SBD, Clearly Stunfist, Zenix, Butter Slice Schmitty, Alski, Stupid Idiot, Frosty McDougal, Crip Panda, Kryzik, Abunai Swim, Danman, Kavisk, Norain, sorry, F Shank, Arb Speedy, Stuff KMA, an Oath, thanks for subbing, dude. Times 72. Ranking card. Me tablet's about to die as well.
See?
Yo, I'm about to go hit a track.
Wait,
Yeah,
bring me.
yeah, I know. Come on.
Okay, I'm coming. Time.
We got time. Hop in. Wait, don't hop in.
No. Snatch me. Perfect. Snatched.
I don't even know if this helps.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hi, Andy. Here.
Wait, I took a wrong turn.
Ooh.
About to go hit a lick. Alright, I'm gonna be listening to music really loud.
Okay. All right. Good. That'll help wake both of us up for this meeting.
Mm-mm-mm. Why is it just cycling through my things? I gotta restart.
You're ruining my music. I'll have to start it over too now.
It's doing it again. Whatever.
Sick? Oh.
Well then.
Whose
Someone
car is this?
don't know, but they are
Are they okay? Do you think they went over the edge?
Yeah, I
This
think
was
so.
they hit a pull?
Yeah.
Should we go check on them?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm trying to hit a fucking track. Hello? Hello, any dead cops?
Any dead coppers?
Any dead cops down here? Any dead cops? Hello? Hello? Hello?
I'm like looking, okay, where could they, how far do you think they could have gone flying over this way?
Over here, yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, that scared the shit out of me. Wait, hop in the passenger. Hop in the passenger. Hop in the passenger.
Okay, alright.
Hello? 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 You know,
They end popped.
what if they already got him?
And they just left the vehicle?
Yeah. Yeah,
That
yeah.
sounds like them.
Alright. $911 it? Nah, dude. Hell no. Alright, we're cutting it close here, but we're gonna do it anyway.
I believe in you. You got this.
Why does it keep jumping to the front of playlist? Oh no.
Meow.
I went too
fine.
fast. I had to run into the pool to make sure we didn't go in the water.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
All right.
I don't want to run from Paleto to the city and time myself just to see how long it takes.
Run?
Yeah.
Take like half an hour.
I mean, I know the biking time from Paleto to the city is 7.5 minutes on a bicycle. So I'm just curious on what it is for running.
That was a bad start.
Surprise obstacle.
It's actually not that bad.
Fuck that guy.
Fucking cars!
Yeah, I mean, it's daytime.
We can't stop.
Don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. There's no stopping us right now.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine, that was a sick grind. I think you're a little out of practice, Bib.
Huh?
I think you're a little out of practice.
Hey man, I just woke up.
Yeah, that's you.
I think you can take that on the sidewalk. Like the near sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Something feels different about this car. Maybe I'm just.
But
Maybe I
did
am
such
out of
a
practice.
sick turn right there on the bike the other day. I was heavily relying on the fact that there would be no cars on the road coming around, and like, I didn't lose any speed. I think I like went 120 throughout the whole turn. Ugh, it was
Nice.
so smooth. I tried to repeat the thing again, like after that track, and there was some fucking filth. There was people parked there doing a weed run for sure, and I ran into them. I was really upset.
Oh, Siobhan's a passenger. That's right.
Okay.
All right, fuck this. I give up. This is terrible.
It was a good warm-up round. I'm like, you want me to fix the... I got it. I got it. Smooky. Why isn't there a word that's just like means like good day and good night? It's just like good whatever. I guess there's whatever.
Yep.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Salutations works, but kind of formal. Have a good life. I don't want them to have a good life. I just want them to have like a good whatever the day is to them.
I want you to have a good life.
Thanks. I want you to have a good life too.
Are you whispering?
Think so.
Stop.
You know why I whisper?
Why?
To force you to listen.
No, you don't.
Sometimes, whispering is a lot more powerful than yelling it to sometimes make people listen. Like, if you want to get people to shut the fuck up, just whisper something.
If that's true, then how come
We both
I
yell all the time?
Yeah, how come I yell so much? Have I
it's
been
like
doing
the
it wrong?
No, it's just like the Spice Girls once said, silence is golden, but shouting is fun.
No one remembered that about the Spice Girls but you.
It was literally on the dating myself CD. It was on the CD.
Like written on the actual
Like
CD?
on the yeah, remember how CDs had like prints and stuff like that on them?
Yeah.
It was like a gold band and that's what it said on it.
Well, you know what they say.
What? What do they say?
They say Baba Booey. Howard Stern's penis.
I mean, I'm sure Howard Stern says that. Is they referring to Howard Stern?
You know what they say.
I don't give a fuck about they.
Amadeus.
Rock me Amadeus, 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 Amadeus. Sorry, I love Falco.
No one knows that that's the name of the person who wrote that song.
It's the name of the band that does Rock Me Amadeus. Ooh,
No
Rock
one
Me
knew
Amadeus. Yeah, they would if they watched VH1's I Love the 80s one-hit wonders of the 80s. All 10 episodes. They sure would if they cared about pop culture at all.
Why is this popping? I can't like listen to
Yesterday told
SoundCloud.
me that nobody knows Corey Hart sings Sunglasses at Night.
I sing my sunglasses at night.
That song just sounds like The Warriors to me.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, you're doing quick. Can you get out of the car and get back in?
What happened?
In my eyes, you're doing psycho things and it's freaking me out. Holy shit, you looked possessed. It was horrible.
Did I get a new microphone? No.
Oh. Oh, that's way better. Oh my god, it looks like you were seizing.
Perhaps I am.
Do you have epilepsy? Are you prone to seizures?
Prone to.
Do you have seizure disorder?
Prone to. Fuck.
Season D's nuts? Alright, it wasn't even good. It was stupid as fuck. Alright. I
Haha.
haven't finished my coffee.
Hi Ray. Hi Ray.
I'm good. Hello.
We
I just flew back in.
welcome back,
Tokyo, like
bro.
right now.
Eli, come
Welcome
to City
back.
Hall.
Thank you. I missed you're like one of the last people I talked to before I flew out.
Yeah, he's been gone for a
thank you.
while.
I've been gone for a long time. That conversation we had on the phone, I flew that out that
January,
day.
we're out back.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
whole
yeah, we're in
operation
the
was a
parking lot,
bust, by the
parking
way.
lot.
They ended up auguring that
Taking
they
that.
needed to
Yeah, right
swap the
behind you.
burner phones, unfortunately.
Oh, wait, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
we are-
sorry to hear.
Yeah, we're late for the council meeting. It was good to see you, man.
Well, it's good to see you
Yes.
too.
Have a
Goodbye.
good meeting.
Thank you.
Also, thank you for taking the dead off my boyfriend.
What'd she say? Bro just made up a word. Auguring. Auguring. RuneScape word. Oh, it's just a fantasy themed word. Chief Myron, thanks for subbing. You want to get paid? Yeah, I'm being paid right now.
The coffee machine, yeah. Yeah, right here. Probably not.
Bump, bump, bump. Amadeus. My signed in boss. Yep. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Demare?
What's going on?
How you been? How you been?
Good?
Want to
What
wish you. What's that?
I was going
I
to say,
just
what
wanna-
about you, dog?
I'm all right. You know, just losing everything a little bit at a time. But congrats on the new house, and I want to wish you
Thanks.
luck in this council meeting.
Hey, did you
Uh,
give my wife money for that house?
Yeah,
How much?
And- 25.
Okay.
And honestly, take it as a gift for you guys. You don't have to pay that back.
Well, I certainly could, though.
No, I know, but I wanted you guys to have that house. I saw it briefly as well. It's very beautiful, and you know, just enjoy.
Okay.
If it makes you guys, you know, a little easier for you guys on that, because it was a big investment.
Yeah, it was huge.
But what I was gonna say was, and I, you know, I don't know kind of where it's at. I know Siobhan's been very busy, and I feel bad bothering her. But you said you may want to speak to me sometime. I know you're going into your meeting. I don't want to bother you, but did you want to talk about the?
Which secretary position did you interview for?
I believe commerce and labor.
Yeah.
But I'm totally, like I told her, I'm totally open and willing to take any position you guys want to see me in or fitted best.
Do you think that's your expertise?
Due to the things that I've done, like running the noodle shop and just handling kind of business matters and talking with other owners of companies across the island, I think so. But where do you see me benefiting, where I can help you guys the best? I absolutely want to be in that position. So up to you guys if you don't see that as fit.
All right. Yeah, we'll probably talk to you after the meeting. I got to go because it's starting.
Fantastic. All right. Good luck. All right. Bye.
Love you. Time for a customary break before meeting. BRB. back. Smiling Shad, Chasley, Fredsters and Chief Myron and I Am Luck and Mikey Walks and Johnny Doss. Thanks for subbing. Corios and K9. Thanks for subbing.
You know those like clown flowers where it sprays water? Imagine one of those as your eye. You just like someone makes you sad, you just hit a button and fucking spray water out of your eye.
On command or is
More
it
like
at random?
acid.
If it would be at random, that would be concerning. Then
That's
again,
good,
every
Mr.
part of
Mayor.
this conversation is.
I mean, to be fair, if it wouldn't have it squirt water, it would squirt acid.
Everybody's chairs.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's concerning.
Oh.
Oh,
Very
Hey,
nice.
what? If I lost an eyeball, everybody loses an eyeball.
Yeah, I also got hello food just.
I
in
can't
case
pick
this
it
thing
up.
Goes on for 5 hours again.
I also have my own, but it doesn't go as far as it wants to.
Amadeus, Amadeus, Amadeus.
Amadeus.
Amadeus. I fucking hate this song.
Like, why? Why do you want to get this song stuck in my head? Why are you doing this to me?
Amadeus, because someone did it to me. Ish.
Okay, do you want to have another song stuck in your head instead?
What?
I can. It's the worst song to have stuck in your head, though. It's Who let the dogs out?
Okay, that's not gonna happen.
who-
Not gonna happen. I'm immune.
Sure, I thought that would get your blood pumping. You know, all those dogs.
Nah, man, you gotta hit me with the smash mouth.
Which one?
Yo,
I'm
where's
a big walking on the sun fan.
where's the
Cornwood's on his
fucking
way up.
where's the ADMC at, bro? Wait, where's Cornwood?
Cornwood's on his way up.
Yeah,
That's true. Where is everyone? Cornwood's on his way
I
up.
was just wondering.
Where is
There he
TJ? Do
is.
you
Alright.
know?
Holy shit, y'all.
Now we're just missing the ADMC.
Hey, Cornwood.
Howdy, y'all. Sorry I'm late. I was talking to
Hey, are
I
you
was
not
talking
coming to
to
the
BD.
council meeting? Where are you? Oh, okay, you're on your way. Okay, see you soon. Bye.
Oh.
No, you just haven't looked at your contacts because you just woke up. Mhm.
nice suit, Crane.
Your color ID breaks. All right, cool. See you soon. Bye. Well, TJ's on his way.
Oh, perfect. Just Solomon, I guess. I don't know if he's around.
Wait, did you forget that you did actually get a new number?
I do. I no. He already has a new number.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'll try to.
I did not forget that I got a new number. I would not forget that.
Amadeus. He's summoning the entire gang.
I swear to God, if the rest of them show up, I'm not gonna be happy.
I was just thinking that.
Solomon did not pick up.
Thank you. I had
Amadeus.
visions of Finley Milton storming the meeting room.
He just tweeted. No.
There you go.
That's hilarious.
I
I was
told
just
you.
shit talking him. This is good. Get him in here.
God damn it.
Oh, Sean McQuillan didn't respond. That's great.
We don't have any cop superiors for him to call, so
Well, he's the one who ran me over and shot Targle the other day.
Oof.
And right outside of City Hall. So.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Purple
AMC
too?
arrived. My fault.
Hello.
Thank you, Max. Appreciate you calling me out. Yeah.
Hey, now we have to deal with you. Have to tell Finley Milton not to come in here.
Why
Hey,
the fuck was he here?
No, because I tweeted it, but I said just you and Solomon.
Oh, I don't think.
First, he twatted out ADMC. Come to the meeting room, please. And I went, oh god.
No. Listen, I don't control those guys. All right, they're
Yeah,
their
no,
own
but-
entity.
Good lord. I have spoken to Solomon. He said he may not be here. He said he was feeling like a fever or something oncoming.
Are you recording?
Yeah, it kind of said something COVID like.
Yeah.
Is it
So
tuberculosis or?
The fuck? What do you mean TB?
COVID-like symptoms.
No, I don't want to deal with that at the hospital.
No, hopefully not. Hopefully not.
I can't pronounce
we
it.
don't got any more of those
Tuberculosis.
iron lungs.
No, I appreciate that. I'm doing.
Well, you know, I think that was like a 50s thing, wasn't it?
We got an agenda today.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Arthur.
saying. You
Yeah,
get
so it's tuberculosis.
You know, there was a
yeah,
guy.
you get tuberculosis now, you're gonna die.
Oh, I know. There's a guy. I read an article the other day of someone that was in an iron lung and lived his entire life in it, and he just recently passed away.
Is that the guy who passed away because of the power went out?
Wasn't the guy in the Big Lebowski based on that
Or
guy?
is that a different one?
I don't know.
Tahiti.
Maybe.
Wait, hold on.
The consumption.
Wait,
the
does that
consumption.
mean he was jerking off in like a giant
Probably.
iron tube?
Yeah,
I mean,
probably.
possibly.
I don't,
really
could
move
he,
your-
with the amount of pressure
Yeah,
on
like-
Yeah, I don't think you can move your hands.
I don't think they. Oh
Maybe
my
it's just
god!
always doing that.
That's torture. I would have. Oh my god.
Like, what do you do for that? Do you have visitors? Do you actually have people
Hello?
come in?
Told you.
I'm supposed
No,
to
get
be
the
here.
fuck
Hello,
out, Fed!
ADMC.
God, you nailed it.
Hello.
Get the hell out
Hi.
of here.
I was told to be here by the mayor. Isn't that an order? Isn't that
Bro.
illegal to not do that?
No,
Read
get
the,
the
read the
fuck
follow-up,
out.
twat.
It's
Read the follow-up, twat.
I didn't read the follow-up twine. I was already on the way. I wasn't looking.
Classic.
You gotta read.
I
the whole thing, man.
respect the responsible no texting while driving. That I do respect that.
Safety is
very
my
good.
#1 priority as a club member of a nice Sunday driving motor club.
Yeah, you guys
Make
sing
sure you
Latin
wear
hymns and
your
stuff.
helmet
So
if
sweet.
you have a bike too. By the way, is now law.
Yes.
Wait, what? I have to wear a helmet like a fucking nerd?
Yep.
Yep.
It's for your own safety.
You already look like a nerd, Finley.
Go fuck yourself, Cat. Though.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
nothing's
literally a
changed on
doctor.
their side.
You're literally a doctor.
I am.
Well, I mean, what,
Finley-
Finley,
Like,
Finley,
I'm a
Finley,
doctor.
while we have you here, I mean, you could just take the other ADMC member. See, he's not here today.
Yeah, fuck. You want to be the deputy mayor?
Oh, can I sit on TJ's lap?
Fuck no,
Okay.
get the fuck away from me.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know any other seat then. Sorry. I could just like hang out.
Finley, leave.
Goodbye,
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Milton.
Bye. Have a good day, everyone.
Yeah, have a good one.
Wait, does someone like this shit?
It was
I
open
get
when
it.
I came through. I guess it still was my fault. The last one through relaxed it.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
right.
that's kind of me.
There you go.
Warren, you're looking mighty fucking authoritative today. Also,
Thank you. I'm feeling it.
Is Andy here to present something? What's going on?
Yeah.
She is.
Okay, what?
You guys want to start with me?
Yeah, we can start with you.
Yeah.
I'm passing out books.
Wait,
You
can
guys
I get
get
a
settled.
TLDR?
Oh, from last time?
Yeah.
Or-
Oh.
Yeah,
You
that's
guys
why I
do
said
that while
TLDR, Alex.
You guys talk about that while I slip these into your pockets.
Can you yell, Alex?
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, make sure everyone's yelling.
Yeah, what are you giving me?
Part of my presentation. You guys talk while I pass these out.
All right.
Next.
Phone's on silent. You know.
Oh my dads, oh my dads,
Mm-hmm.
oh my dads, oh my dads, oh
So-
my dads.
What was the TLDR? I know you guys passed something about a cabinet, so I'm hiring Andy to something.
Parks and Rec. Yeah.
So essentially, we gave the chief of staff a staff that manifests in the form of various secretaries that we're in the process of interviewing for. The rules for them is the same as the rules for me, i.e., any felony equal fire.
Max, in fairness, I think they prefer the term receptionist these days.
Right, receptionist. Sorry,
Damn.
the receptionist of Park and Rec.
Huh? Sorry, what the fuck?
Secretary. It's not that kind of secretary, Alan.
Fucking director.
Oh, you mean like a military secretary?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the
all right.
badass kind of secretary.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, you ain't allowed to say that anymore, is you? Okay.
So they
hell, you can say what you
Yes,
want.
you-
These damn kids
They-
are changing everything.
these secretaries
Alright.
would be classified as government employees and would be permitted to sign in the same way that a council person signs in, as we discussed. That's pretty much what else was passed last meeting.
We
Talk
also
about the radio stuff. A lot of DOCs.
There's a
horny
horny
twats.
tax on Twatter.
a horny tax on Twatter,
Oh right, yeah.
enforce respectful posting.
Yeah, have we?
What does that mean?
Go ahead, Max.
Go ahead, Max.
Use examples. Be vivid.
This fucking Council of 8 is wasting everyone's fucking money and time by passing stuff like the horny tax. Shut up! It took 5 minutes. Also, if anyone talks about their pussy or cock on Twitter, they get fined. I think it's like, oh yeah, and a week ban that I will hand out personally.
What?
Yeah, it's good shit.
Yep.
Section 11 of the Bill of Privileges allows you to do that.
That's right.
Oh,
Wait,
bye,
what?
Cantor.
Yeah, but
Huh?
ain't we supposed to let people like say what they want?
Not
That is
anymore.
why I was the lone dissenting vote in this wet pussy legislation because I had to
Oh
stand
wait,
on
wait, hold on. I have a
freedoms.
better idea. What if we just disable Twatter for the first 30 minutes after the AU storm?
That's actually
That would
really
probably
honestly,
solve
that
the
would-
entire problem.
That solves like the entire issue.
90%
Because
of it.
literally all it is the first 20 minutes is like
So
feeling
horny.
really wet tonight, you know, just hanging out.
Yeah, my shit's dripping like a Hanukkah candle, shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pussy in
writing
bio.
that down for later.
About to get
Yeah,
more
so
ahead than
I
it
mean,
needs
hey, we
to.
can just do that, and then we don't got to do it like we don't actually enforce it individually. We just cut the problem at the source. I mean, you just come around the AU storm and ban everyone from Twatter for the first like 30 minutes.
It's not wrong.
Well, no, we can't do that because,
Isn't that worse restriction of freedom of speech?
well, I mean, here's the thing. We kind of need Twatter in the first 30 minutes after the AU storm because your grandson is always putting people's license plates that are doing money runs immediately after the storm.
True. I think that's an important thing.
Yeah, your grandson twats that shit out.
It's
so
not
other people
Giga,
can
it's
go
the
rob him.
other
No,
Dwayne.
rob him.
In for a
So-
penny, in for a pound. You know, I think
Yeah,
I
well.
think we just we're gonna do a little censorship. Might as well do a lot, right?
Well, okay. Look, I'm a big believer in freedom of speech. I'm not a big believer in freedom of saying dumb shit.
All right, I agree with that.
That's how I feel.
Look, we're not telling people that they can't do it. It's just that there is a fee to do it, right?
Basically.
So I wouldn't say
Gotta
we're
pay for the
restricting
privilege.
speech. You just got to pay for the privilege.
So you're saying
Yeah.
that the city council endorses and profits from public smut?
The state does.
The state does.
Okay. So does that make the state pornographers?
Yeah.
It's like a
kind of.
Kind of.
It's like a cum tax, basically.
Okay.
Talk about cum and wet pussies and stuff on Twatter all day, then yeah, you get taxed for that. You can still
Well,
do it. You're not gonna
We
go
could
to
actually
jail.
do a cum tax.
Who's,
Like
No, I don't-
dom except state dom.
who will be the cum lector, though?
That's a good question. We need like
Isn't
the
The sperm bank.
the most celibate person possible.
Thornwood.
I mean,
Glorion.
Eric.
Yeah,
Thornwood.
Glorion's a virgin.
Thornwood's a virgin.
He was married. He's got kids.
No, I ain't doing that shit. Okay.
You Thornwood, do you have kids?
I did, and my damn wife took them.
Well, they still
ex-wife.
exist. They're still your kids, Cornwood.
Yeah, Cornwood.
I
Don't imply you've disowned your children.
No, they disowned me.
Right, so
Maybe
things
shade. Okay, thanks.
It's all right, Cletus. There's alcohol.
Hey,
Get
Siobhan,
through it.
pick up that notebook next to you on the floor.
Not moonshine though, apparently.
Amadeus,
Yours again?
Amadeus. That's the one Andy handed out. Oh, but there's.
So that's it. Some about sex and some about
whistleblower
cabinet?
protections.
All right. that was a
Oh God.
Basically, if you're a whistleblower and you want to do it in a safe manner, go to Braun.
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
Actually, we should go ahead and enact that whistleblower protection.
What's the,
Well,
what's,
I think
what's
that's
the
why
rush?
we're doing the TLDR is because he has to actually enact everything we passed.
Oh, okay.
Because he wasn't here last week, remember?
Right.
The new Jamal track.
Okay.
I was trying, but my SoundCloud was like fucked up.
What's the war protection?
It was doing like popping. Yeah, when I play it, you hear that popping? It was weird. Hello.
Hi, Max. This is Gigi.
Yeah, I know. What's up?
Oh, I had a quick question. So I've been waiting around for like a week and a half for a possible judge to come about for an expungement. Are you able to do that by any chance, or do I just have to wait?
Who, the head of the civilian
because here's
oversight
the
board?
thing: it's not like before where you
mean
can
if
check
he's
a
corrupt?
list with available judges and legal ads and everything. So I'm just relying on Yellow Pages.
So we got
Well, are we talking about
the Chief Justice in the House after the council meeting? You can probably
we're good.
No, we're
I'll let him know right
talking
now,
about the,
and then
whistleblower
I'll call you when we're done, and you can come to City Hall and get it done.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Bye, have a good one. Bye bye.
I can just go through the notes real quick and
There we go. That'll probably work.
Hey, Alan.
Yeah.
Do you
What's
do you handle expungements at all, or do you let the judges do it?
I do when I'm asked.
I got Giovanna Costello just called me about having a hard time finding a judge. Not to say that they're inactive or whatever, but
yeah, she's been having a hell of a time.
I told her that after the meeting I'd call her if you wanted to help her out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Word.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Actually, Crane, on the topic of what the question you asked about, like, what if I'm corrupt? I actually had a related question to that real quick. Is like, what do I do if I want to put a bar complaint on somebody? Go to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to confirm that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, was there anything else from last meeting?
PCP 2.0.
Okay, we skipped.
We waited for you.
Yeah, we wanted.
Toe clamps and you part 2.
Oh yeah. Yeah, have a look. There's a little amendment and then the changes in red.
I think there was something else there that I want to bring up, but I'm looking over it one more time.
Government vehicles are exempt from being booted or towed without police or EMS authorization within a reasonable time. Any booting of a government vehicle will be deemed unlawful use of the equipment. Oh, so you define government vehicle as PD or EMS, okay. Illegal towing and illegal clamming shall be punishable in court by 10 times the cost for true vehicle. Okay.
I do it stuck in my head. Oh.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've become a real menace, Alan. They've been a real menace.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. You can see how we arrived at some sort of solution to this, right?
Yeah, I was a little
There's been
concerned
an
because I didn't want
ongoing-
government vehicle to then people start arguing.
What?
Just before I came in here,
Would
I had
be
a
popular,
conversation with Slacks that I need to talk to you guys about, which is on the same topic. So maybe you want to just piggyback off that and start the meeting, or what do you guys think?
Question: What do we charge people with as police officers if somebody comes and clamps our car or tows it?
Criminal misuse of a
Criminal misuse of a clamp. Yeah, that's the thing.
It's $1,000 fine, baby.
Okay, criminal misuse of a clamp.
Anybody have an objection to me just relaying what I talked to Slacks about and bring up the topic now?
Sure, go ahead.
No objections.
All right. So Slacks brought up to me something that I plan to address with Murphy, but also just with you guys. He noted to me that he's been having some problems with Kyle Pred, big shocker.
Hot Ironclad,
But
Grimmy,
outside
Galeen,
of the
they've sub it.
usual
Where
petty
they've sub it.
PD and lawyer stuff, one that struck me was very interesting is he said that Kyle Pred basically pulls in his tow truck and just parks it in the upper police parking lot. And he wanted to know, was Kyle allowed to do that? Because Kyle apparently argued that his vehicle was a government vehicle because there was legislation we passed that says when you're a lawyer in PD on duty, you count as a government employee. Now, I know we passed that for the purposes of like attempted murder of a government employee or kidnapping or, the issues with like the notebooks and making those private.
Wait, he's not.
Right?
He's not in MRPD though when he's doing that.
Yeah, but he's claiming
Just
that
on
like
grounds.
he's claiming that he's on the grounds, and this is the whole argument. And so he then brought up, was Kyle allowed to park in that upper lot at all? And I said no. He's trespassing. He says, oh, but he's a government employee. So then so I think we probably need to either make a clarification to that legislation or just issue a directive to an individual about this, because it seems like they're itching for some kind of ultimate decision maker authority on this shit.
I've heard
type.
about this already too, and it's come up from both sides, from Kyle Pred's side and from the PD side to me. And yeah, it's like gone to court, like all of his tow shenanigans multiple times. And we like the toe clamps thing was born out of one of his court cases, actually, I think.
Shrimp guys, thanks for subbing. Excromancer, thanks for subbing.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because I mean, at that point, it's like, does that mean any lawyer shows up to MRPD gets to park their car in the upper lot there?
Amadeus.
Which is why I said I was grateful that, when government vehicle or government employee was defined in the one you guys did, where it says PDEMS.
Ruh-roh.
That's awkward.
Well, yeah. I'll take Ruh-roh over the moaning. Yeah, every court case, every single time a PD alert went off, there were like, a cacophony of recently pubescent men making moaning noises.
I didn't realize Rami was in there.
Sounds wonderful.
Cornwood, they're dying. Also, hey, Cornwood, did you leave your truck on Illusion Fields Freeway?
No, that was Mateo Radich was driving a Cora about 2 hours ago. He asked for approval. So maybe this was like an hour ago. Is that when that happened?
Bro, this shit was just there.
30, 40 minutes ago,
really?
it's still there. The car's still there.
All right, this is off topic.
Yeah, I anticipate that Kyle Pred will continue to provide us with opportunities to tidy up laws and legislations, specifically, I guess, with tow-related matters.
Dude, I can't. St. Confluence, was up.
Holy shit. Okay.
Oh my god.
That's 6.
Hey, you're a councilman right now, Cornwood. We've got the best medical technology in the world, okay?
Okay.
Some might even say that those bullets don't even matter.
Also, Cornwood, ain't you here on government time?
I mean, technically, I'm signed in.
He can't cope without his MDT.
Why don't you sign out and sign in as a council member for the meetings?
I'm always on duty.
Well, no, you're not when you're here, right?
What if some shit happens?
You're a civilian with a weapon.
Okay, I can go sign out.
No, he can't get double pay.
Okay.
No. That's not what's happening.
Is somebody get the door for me?
Yeah.
God damn it.
That's 8.
Not going good today.
Nope.
Can't be easy.
Never was easy.
Love just twatted out murder 1.
You are my Pookie. Thanks for subbing.
Yeah, it's interesting timing.
Really interesting timing.
Well, I'm glad I clarified that.
Yo, where's the freaking deputy mayor at? You said he was sick?
Yeah, something like COVID or something.
Okay.
COVID-like, something like that.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, I
Chicken, thanks for subbing.
I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page there, because you know Kyle is he's a good talker, and he'll get people to just kind of give him a smile and nod and move him along, and then he'll use that as like evidence that they agreed with him and told him he was right about it. So I don't want any of us getting cited to as like some input that told him he was allowed to do that shit, because that is not what I put my name to paper for.
No, I actually told him specifically he could not do that.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to talk with him, because apparently, and then maybe this is, you know, third party, some got confused, but Slacks claims that he was told that, you know, you were of the opinion that Kyle was allowed to do that.
No, I talked to Slacks, and I initially was from what Kyle was telling me where it was, and Slacks sent me the picture, and I'm like, no, I was on board with Slacks, what was Slacks said. So no, I changed my mind with that after talking to Slacks when he sent me how it was parked. Because obviously I was being told, you know, from secondhand information I wasn't able to see.
Nip that shit in the bud.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
just,
and I
like,
called Kyle afterwards to tell him that no, don't do that. Why don't you just park in the back?
Yeah.
The back sucks, guys. Let's be real.
Well, okay, but if the back sucks, what's the difference between just parking in one of the spots in the front and parking in the blacktop?
You talking about like in front of the building?
Yeah.
The tow
Or
truck
to the side.
Tow truck sticks out really far. Like blocks traffic. Honestly, I'm thinking like kind of like outside the box on this. I feel like this is like
never mind.
I'm worried the LSPD is targeting easy crime. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is another symptom of that. Like, for example, Bobby Charles. You know, you'll get 10 cops responding to Bobby Charles because they feel like they can actually handle that situation. Now you're probably going to get 10 or 11 responding to Kyle Pred parking his tow truck in that parking spot because they can actually handle that situation. I don't know. I mean,
we discussed that last week.
If they need this victory that bad, and I mean, honestly, I agree. I don't think he should be doing it there, especially if it's blocking like an actual parking spot.
I'm going to say this right now. I am and never will be and never have been in favor of giving people like what I consider like makeup calls, like some wrong has been done to them, so now I'm going to alter my opinion to make it all better. Nana boo boo. I ain't about that shit. So if there's some insinuation that, you know, we're going to give them one for the sake of giving them one, I want no part of it. I need to make sure that I'm on the same page as you guys, because when we sign this legislation about declaring lawyers government employees and are on duty and on premises, it certainly was not for, in my opinion, them to get into a pissing match about where they can park with the PD. That to me is just stupid.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Like that to me is just boundary pushing for the sake of boundary pushing, and I think it's juvenile. So I'm going to nip in the bud. I'll tell Slacks that is not the intent of that definition. He is not a government employee, meaning he's exempt, can park where he wants, blah, blah, blah. Just treat it like you would anything else. And they can sort it out. They're fucking adults.
Sounds good. Good.
All right.
We can move on.
I got a proposal also.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
So in the reports there, there's a judicial compensation program that I've written up. I kept this one very brief. I know I spoke to Max and Siobhan about it a couple weeks ago. and just floated the conversation that I'd had and relayed the concern. Problem is that multiple judges have come to me expressing that they do not feel like they're able to like sustain a normal sort of cost of living. The truth is with a lot of these people is that, and as Murphy can well attest to, for people who spend a lot of time in the city, there's not a lot to fill with as a judge in between cases, and so it's very hard to keep people around. So I end up with a lot of part-timers, which is fine, and I accept that. But there's an issue right now where well, they're just not getting paid enough. So instead of sort of like agreeing with a pay raise just for the sake of them being on duty, I think it's more prudent and responsible to make it on a per case basis, because judges don't create docket cases or bench trials, they respond to them. So if they're responding, that means they're participating and they're actively trying to provide themselves as a help to the city. So I think that we just keep track of that using the official channels that already exist. I will assemble like a monthly ledger or record keeping or accounting, whatever term you want to use, at the end of each month to the treasurer, who then makes the disbursements based on those records. And so this way also it makes sure the documentation is public to everyone, because anybody in interfaction or in the court case announcements can see what judges are taking what cases. And that would be my proposal.
I have a proposal in regards to this. What if, in order to qualify for this 10K bench, 20K docket thing, they had to clock at least 21 hours a week in the city? 3 hours a day.
Just state that they don't have a lot to do between these cases.
I don't give a fuck. They could go outside and talk to people.
I'm gonna. That's gonna disqualify a lot of my better judges.
Unfortunate. I don't know. What about what? Let's do it this way. Let's do
commenting on that, but that's a lot.
Okay. I know 21 hours out of a week is a lot.
What about 15?
What if we do 14 hours? That's 2 hours a day.
All right, what if we don't focus on time? What if it's more of a quota thing where to qualify for that, you got to do X amount, in whatever the time period is. That seems more productive.
I like that. I like that. Bench trials and docket.
I like that.
Trials?
Okay. I mean, if 14 hours a week is too much, we could go all the way down to 1 hour a day in the city. 7 hours a week. You think they can swing that?
I feel like if you're a judge, am I wrong? I'm not trying to put too much work on somebody, but I feel like it ain't hard to exist 7 hours a week.
But they're bored, Cornwood. Cornwood, they're bored. There's nothing for them to do. Cornwood, they just. It's hard.
Plenty of shit to do.
Yeah, I mean, hell, that's not even a full day of Judge Murphy Braun, and he was fine. He always had shit.
I mean, I wouldn't say I was fine, Cornwood. A lot of things happened, but
yeah, something did happen.
Yeah, I think
I think the boring people are bored.
I don't think that a 7 hour requirement is unachievable or bad or whatever, right? Hell, I'm barely around and I probably hit 7 hours easy. But what I will say though is that I think that it is very difficult for me to measure the contributions that I get from judges based on their time spent in the city.
Yeah, that's fair.
It does become a morale.
Well, I will say there are a number of resources, people that are hired as judges, who I've only ever seen in the city once or twice, right? And those people are, invaluable because maybe they, have experience or whatever, that is necessary. I'm not asking you to reward them for not being around. What I'm asking you to do is to reward the people who are the docket clearers, right? The people who are actually, doing the job and getting the work done.
Who are the who are the docket clearers right now? Anastasia, right? Anastasia is one of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a core group, right? It's thankfully it's not like it was where it's 1 or 2 people anymore. Right. Thankfully, we have a good balance of people who, are all chipping in, in the ways they can. So right now I would say there's probably even 4 to 6 people who are, kind of docket clearers, as opposed to the old school was like 1 to 3.
Okay.
I just want to reward those people who, are putting in the effort to get the docket out there, get bench trials taken, things like that. That's what I want to incentivize, because that has worked traditionally in the past very well.
Yeah.
It has contributed towards a period where we were actually clearing a very high percentage of bench trial requests. The only time infamously ever under addressed was like AU hours, but that's self-explanatory. But yeah, I think that I think it's a good system. I think it works.
I let me clarify before I go on. I think the system's great. I do have a question though. Why do they need this money if they're not in Los Santos frequently?
No, I'm saying the opposite. I'm
The
saying
ones that are
I'm saying the ones that are the ones that are taking cases, and they're the ones that'll be rewarded.
Right.
So I mean, the docket clearers are frequently in Los Santos, not doing judge work. Saying, which is fine. I mean,
can't speak for what obligations they have outside the city. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay,
I would just say, if they're here anyway, then that 7 hours a week is a protection against other people coming in and vulturing all their shit. The ones who are already coming in and
because they're doing cases.
living in Los
so
Angeles.
If the definition of vulturing is taking bench trials or docket cases, in order to make the vulturing worth it, you'd have to put in more than the 7 hours a week anyway. It's like a nonsensical comparison, because one bench trial, I estimated this. The reason I incentivized at the rates I did,
man, thank you for the money, dude.
I estimated roughly 2 hours for a bench trial, and that's if you're, if you got the bull by the horns, but in the docket cases, I estimated up to 4 hours, because that's like where I would consider it to be getting, jumping the shark territory. And so, you break those down, and then you get a per hour rate of, 5K incentivization an hour. What I'm saying is, I don't think that there's a risk of this being abused, because to make any money doing it, you'd have to be one of the workhorses anyway. I think it's common sense.
Yeah, and speaking from a fiscal point as well, state account wise, even if this were 25K per bench and 50K per docket, that still would not be a significant hit to the state account. I will say for the record that I am for this idea. I think it's a good idea.
Can I share a concern real quick?
Oh, sure. Go ahead. Sorry.
So my concern with this is some of the issues in terms of judge activity are kind of contrary to this, and this would sort of like exacerbate the issue, which is more so that judges are around only
so
for
fix
bench
Sandy.
trials and
I am
only for
actually
docket
raising
cases.
Sandy up a little
Meanwhile,
bit.
I get
raised it
4
to
or 5
50
calls every
today.
day I'm in the
50%.
city about judge stuff, and I'm like, oh, there's none around, sorry, and I'm not one anymore either. So there's like expungements and other type stuff that still needs to be available on a regular basis. So that'd be my concern, is kind of encouraging the same kind of activity that is going on and rewarding it while other areas still suffer.
So in the past, we had to do.
I want to say something, because you're kind of blowing the surprise here, right? But the other thing I wanted to bring up next after this, I didn't think it would become relevant to this, but the next thing I want to bring up is the concept of running an election for one elected judge position.
Ooh!
My experience in the past was that I myself was elected. And I think there are diamonds in the rough, and are
Often
people
Snipe thinks or something
who should just be given
before
a shot
it uses
at something.
favor. Not yet.
And if they fuck up and they really fuck up bad, I'll fire the shit out of them.
Releasing that guy from prison.
My back. But if they put their nose down and they learn, and they're passionate about it, you'll probably end up with someone in the early stages of their career, like myself, who, was around every day for umpteen hours a day. And so I think you probably will get more civic participation, like Murphy's talking about, with licenses and expungements and things. And then they're going to sit back and learn all the other stuff from us. So
Watch some
that
Twitch
would
here.
be-
Thanks for subbing.
I would suggest would
Hello?
help with that concept of judges
Hello?
not being around in the city.
Sounds like a phenomenal idea.
Huge fan.
I love it.
So, in conjunction, I think that would also help alleviate concerns about, disincentivizing community participation, all that. Because I think we'd have that at least, more covered in terms of hiring those people. And in the past, we did a system of 4 judges elected, and then we would keep 2 of them at the end of the period, basically, like on average, I think.
Andy's dying, bro.
And they would
Don't
either be
care.
asked to become full
Say
judges,
shit
or
for
just,
either or something.
they could run for another
Don't care.
term, or anything in between. That's something we can discuss in the future. For now, I just wanted to give it a shot with like one person at a time.
It's easier to train one person too at a time. Mm.
So do we want to vote on any other questions about the money one first?
Nope.
No. Oh, actually,
I do actually have a question about
sure.
that.
Yeah.
So this might curtail into stuff later tonight. So can we hold off on that until some other stuff is talked about later?
Okay.
Yeah.
Go me.
I was gonna bring up, rather than hours, what if we were okay? You remember when the past, to qualify for it, you had to have a court announcement that open court hours were, essentially happening. There was a judge available. What if we brought that back?
Excuse me.
Oh,
Because I think that kills 2 birds, 1 stone with that.
yeah, holding open court.
Mm-hmm.
Slam it.
How would we incentivize? I guess you would consider anything an open court a bench trial.
Yeah, or a small claims action, etc.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sure, that
I'm
makes
sorry,
sense.
tie up.
Perfect. That way you have people who are showing that they are available, and
Hey, you just do some
Right?
like 2-hour periods a week.
Exactly,
Or something
exactly.
for open court.
Yep, and then they just have to provide those copy of those announcements to you for their documentation or whatever.
Yeah, no, we can talk about all that. Cool. And then I'm open to your guys' input about the judicial elections, how many you think we should elect, that kind of thing. But I'm just looking for your thoughts on just at least doing one for now.
I think 2 would be.
Oh, I know you can't see it. Hang on.
Right in there.
I guess I can't even hear it.
2.
It's like
Two
Yeah, I think
elected
2.
judges.
I think
Yeah.
if you target time frames, it's probably the better for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can't target time
You
frames.
can't with
It's a popular
elections.
vote.
You can't really. do
Yeah.
that. It's,
Well, I mean,
can
you
help the public
technically
will,
can.
but-
Yeah, you could have them run for like a AU
An
shift. and
AU,
run for
yeah,
the-
correct.
Yeah.
What can we like lock the votes per
Right.
time zone?
No,
it
but-
like exactly. It adds.
I mean,
a lot
it's
of
just
things.
when you
But at least
sign
it
up,
would
you
make
would
them
sign up.
choose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is an interesting concept, though.
Yeah, I
Earmark
think
that
it'd be
one.
I mean, PD does it,
For
right? They hire
times it
based on
doesn't
time
use-
zone.
Yeah, we have 3.
Just have
Yeah,
shift
for,
on
like,
their
voting
Why
based on
don't,
application.
why don't we?
Why
Why don't we?
Why don't we do 3?
Yeah, why not?
You have a shift 1, 2, and 3 judge.
Yeah, shift 1, 2, and 3 judge. All right.
Who-
I like
who-
it.
Who's the shift 3 judge right now?
Good luck.
Whoever's awake. Do Jennings?
It's too much to talk about. So essentially, what would happen, and this is me middle grounding myself. Damian Tinkerman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he became a lawyer. He requested to be a lawyer. I said, I'll give you a shot, right? He's one of the, like a diversity hire. Just threw him a bar, said, go for it. Fuck it.
Okay.
He's been good.
And then he's now has like a full-on thing. He's given me like his application or proposal to be a mayor and all this. Or not a mayor, judge, sorry. And a lot of his thing is about, you know, shift 3 and there's not judges around and all that. The problem is that there also aren't really lawyers either. And so traditionally what has occurred in the past is we take the person who's the most active shift 3 lawyer, we make them a judge, and then there's no lawyers. And that's probably would be the case right now because we lost Ledson. He's a doctor. God damn you, Cantor.
I'm so sorry.
How do I?
Yeah,
So-
it's hard to find people in those hours. So I don't know. I'm saying I'm for the elections, one in each shift, but I also recognize that shift 3 is never going to be solved by any problem every program we put in. So it's just not even worth caring about. I guess we just got to
My
proceed
font
forward.
seems smaller.
I do think one thing to keep in mind is like,
why is there stretch
the-
mode
the
plugin?
idea that, hey, you're really good at this job, so we can't have you be a part of that other job that you actually want, is a pretty damn bad feeling. So
my graphics.
I know it kind of puts
kinda
the whole thing in
shit.
a bind, like you said. Now your most active lawyer ain't lawyering, but I'm sure that if people knew about it and they knew they'd have the opportunity, I'm sure you'd be able to find somebody else to be as active
GPU?
as a lawyer as Damien is.
Well, and the other problem is I don't I don't know that
Okay, looks better.
I don't know that he's competent.
Well, I think that's fair. That's legitimate.
So
Like,
let me.
What are some settings I should do? Load your
I
previous
don't mean that in,
Moonlight
like, a
profile?
derogatory way. I just
How?
mean
He needs
I
more time.
genuinely don't have enough feedback on the gentleman that convinces me that he's even close to ready for it. So you know,
I think he has a lot of really good common sense, and he has a really good way of articulating logical arguments.
Need the folder?
I do think he would be competent in the role, but I do also believe that he needs a lot of training. He won't be ready to go from the get-go. You know what I mean?
yeah. And
he
who's
will-
going to train him in shift 3?
I think he can be trained in other shifts, but that will.
Why don't we do it?
Oh shit.
Oh,
Me and you. We can give him a judge crash course. Why not?
Great. My suggestion is go look at like all the bench trial requests and see how many are actively occurring during shift 3 to even see if it's needed.
Wrench icon, then hit the tab with 2 people.
I think that's a kind of a catch-22
I don't have my
situation. A
profile.
lot of
There is a
people stopped requesting
disproportionate-
bench trials because there weren't judges
no,
around.
they're still
They still do.
They
They still do.
request it constantly in shift 3 because
Ooh.
I wake up in the morning, I'll look and
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
see that there were like 2 or 3 missed or 1 missed, and it's like, you know, it's always, you know, straight. I'm fast asleep.
That's
Shift
right.
3
Damien
is
told me
a
he had 11
chaos guy.
missed bench trial requests in a row, like over the course of a few days.
Well, and that's
like,
also
in a-
that's also a self-fulfilling prophecy, right?
It is.
So
Yeah.
I'm fucking with my settings right now.
That is
But
one
yeah.
reason I want to have more judge presence in the city, because when there's judges awake in the city and they get calls about bench trials, they tend to happen. Whereas, you know, you can kind of leave them on red. I'm sorry if you don't feel like it. If you're just not even in the city, it tends to happen sometimes.
It still feels like my FPS is like really low in game. So like 250 or 240.
I mean, I don't know too much about it,
What's the max draw distance?
but if you're willing to have them train somebody,
Uncap FPS.
who's ready and willing to learn,
We're good.
maybe come up with some guidelines and just give them like a trial period.
well, no, we already have. I mean, there's
What's the,
guidelines. It should be fine.
90?
Okay.
Yeah, we have. I mean, we have guidelines. The past system had a whole documented breakdown of roles and responsibilities, what judges could do what,
Mhm.
and I don't want to impart that whole system, but at least for
Animation
the
smoothing?
elected judges,
No,
we
I
probably
like
just
the animations the way
use
they are.
that portion.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
and
could
then,
go down a huge rabbit hole trying to teach someone everything. I think that
Trying to
they
remember all the
everyone should
plugins
be
I'm not
responsible
using
for
right
some
now.
of that themselves.
Oh,
yeah, there also
God.
should be a
Oh no.
Yeah, and we'll get to that. But yeah, just the thing I'm kicking around. If you guys think you come up with any more like comments or ideas on it, let me know. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
I want to go back because we were already on like one direction before we move on to more things this week. I don't think we talked about the rider protection check legislation that we passed.
The fuck was that noise?
For you to look at, Judge Crane.
Oh yeah.
Also, I just want to be cognizant Andy is in the back waiting to
Oh yeah.
present
Oh, I'm
something, so
straight
I
chilling,
don't
don't worry.
want to take all of our time.
This is
so get
giving
out.
me ideas for other stuff.
Oh, perfect.
don't worry.
All
You
right.
guys
Did you
do your
say
thing.
the whistleblower protection?
No, he's saying the helmet one.
Helmet one, yeah, the rider protection
helmet one.
check.
Yeah, we should talk about the whistleblower too, I guess. I think that was Siobhan's.
Oh wait, what?
What is that noise?
The whistleblower, that was your thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did come up with one note for this one actually, which is like a Sal Rosenberg.
Oh, you can't hear it.
Provision. You know, if you have a medical reason you can't wear a helmet, you're fine.
Oh yeah, we have that in the Drip Act as well. That's probably
Sweet.
smart. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, can we do something about the name?
It's to protect the riders of cabinet vehicles.
All right.
I mean, do you have an idea for a different name?
Only they didn't make OSRS Easy Escape. What?
Yeah, we'll go with it. All right. So what's up? We got that one. EMS request. What's that?
Oh no, the other one was
That was just Max wrote it all down to talk to John City about the possibilities. Nothing that you had to put into effect.
Dogtown suggested changes.
Oh, my marked tiles are gone, dude.
Yeah, that's what we talked about the radios.
Oh, that was a big
the radios. Yeah.
So what happened?
Oh yeah, the whole radio ordeal. So, okay.
Oh, okay. I see. You guys set up.
What needs to happen? Yeah.
I got it. Okay, cool. All right, I'm just reading, and then tenants' rights.
That's just like a work in progress. Nothing's been done with that.
It was just discussed.
Yeah. It was just brought up, and if anyone wants to work on it, just not sure. We talked about that early in term 1 about the possibility for that. Just sort of brainstorming right now. Nothing's really written there. There's one sentence.
God, I just realized how OCD I was going to get about the tags not being used and why they exist.
I'm sorry.
God damn it.
I'll go tag it.
I'm doing it all right now. Trust me, I'm catching up.
Right, thanks.
I take
All
ground.
right.
I got you.
All right, I'm busy. Next.
Can't show my stats right now.
let's see.
Whistleblowers get voted on.
It did.
They did. I don't know what happened to the vote section. It's kind of annoying.
All right, so I'll put that as approved.
It was, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Approved tile indicators.
I don't think you guys voted on it. I think you said that they were going to flesh it out more.
Oh, you know what? We all brought it up. I think people liked it. It was general approval, but we said we wanted to brainstorm the process to place the whistleblowing complaint.
All right, work in progress.
Yeah, work in progress.
Yeah.
Yep, because we wanted to define that
Murphy
further.
talks about wanting
Mhm.
a outline
Uh-huh.
path
Cool.
for how it will be handled. Okay.
That's
that
right.
makes sense.
That's
Or maybe-
right.
Yeah.
But no one was
So
against
kind of
it.
wanted you here.
So y'all want to do
discuss
that
it.
now? I'm up to do it now. Y'all are.
We can.
Sounds
So,
good. Hash it out.
All right. I guess Murphy, this is your. It would be underneath you. What do you have an idea of how you want this to start?
Max working real
Okay,
hard.
so
Nothing
I
for
mean,
us to
obviously a
work
lot
on.
of different communications are going to kind of funnel towards me, you know, whether it's bar complaints or civilian oversight related things, and now this. So I just want to make sure that, especially with this, that it's you know, it's very clear the delineation between these things, because a whistleblower has to be treated with a special amount of care, because obviously, you know, it's all here in the legislation. Like, these people are putting themselves at great risk, and
Media quota is still ongoing. Can you count quota points right
you
now?
need to remain anonymous.
Probably.
So, like, I don't want like random clerks getting these complaints by mistake. I guess is what I'm trying to say. So that'd be my primary concern. But obviously, anybody who's looking to blow the whistle is going to be aware of the Whistleblower Act, or we can assume they will be. So I think it'll be very clear how it works in the event.
Do you want their complaint to like specifically cite that this is like whistleblowing, so that it is like clear? Like they just need to like clearly state that the nature of their complaint is
I think-
whistleblowing, so and they're seeking the safeguards, the non-anonymity, rather than another form
think-
of complaint.
I don't think that I need to benefit from anything further in the legislation. I do think that the whistleblower would benefit greatly from a more thorough definition on what qualifies as whistleblowing. You know, like the level or severity of the occasion. I think it should be like clear, so it's like not like excessively minor things. You know, I'm blowing the whistle on my coworker for stealing my lunch for 2 weeks, etc. So like when we're talking about
Barney, thanks for
whistleblowing,
subbing,
we're
dude.
talking about like
I mean,
you know,
specifically says like wrongdoing of like government entities or
my
officials within
my superior within this department is like literally stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars, etc. You know, like it's like something of that scale where you can't speak up.
Where's the
internally
whistleblower
because
in parenthesis?
of
I am a
retaliation,
Boeing
you know,
shareholder.
because it's someone who has
Rebecca,
leverage
thanks for
over
subbing.
you or is above you.
Kirill, thanks for subbing.
Essentially.
Right. So, what do you want the first step to be? Just
like
that
I
they
said,
need
I
to
just
contact you. Like, is that where you wanted to start?
Yeah, pretty much, like, and then from there, like, you know, in terms of protecting the person, it would have
Blue Guava, thanks for
to
subbing.
I think it would have to be discussed between me and Crane, and then Crane would have to sign off on their continued anonymity through whatever process is, you know, endured from there. Does that make sense to you, Crane? Like, I'm just spitballing.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I think it's got to be me.
So I come
think-
to you with an
yeah.
actionable request, and then, you know, if it goes to court, they continue to be anonymous through that process, and it goes to the highest court.
Andy Dodge being mayor for this.
All right, there. I mean, that's pretty much what I have. Make sure the definition is
Oh,
clear for the
also,
public.
Bryce, thanks for subbing.
Motherfucker. Can go. Sorry, I forgot my
Crystal,
other
thanks for
idea
subbing.
that it just came to me. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, just like make it clear to the person who's going to be making these complaints, like what whistleblowing really is like all about, and then yeah, just making sure that the process from me to you to make sure that, you know, exceptions are made in terms of how court usually
Individuum,
works,
thanks for subbing.
protect their identities and so on. Yeah, the escalation process sounds pretty.
If
I'm
that
fine with
does
that.
occur, do you want to form a committee, define who that committee is, who to investigate it, how to investigate it, what the
Rising Shinigami,
repercussions
there's
are, the time frame when that should occur,
Bro,
and maybe a civilian oversight
I'm
board on
going
top of it?
piss.
Kind of just figuratively thinking of steps.
I don't think it needs to be like super duper complicated. It could either be from amongst the civilian oversight, or it could just go to Crane and a selection of appeals panelists as per secondary appeals, if that's easier. I don't know which one is more just. I'd defer to Crane.
I mean, it's got your name on it, right? Isn't the Murphy whistleblower thing, or
well,
is
I
that
would
different one?
defer, like, in terms of which option is more just, I would defer to Crane, because I'm not sure that this would fall in the purview of civilian oversight, because this is more about government whistleblowers, whereas civilians more directed towards government from civilians.
Yeah, I mean, what if we have a police officer who you have the police continuity plan. Police officer goes to the mayor about something, but then now they are being reprimanded for something they said to the mayor or the chief of staff. You know, so they are going to their superior based on what the police continuity plan says. But then if like a captain, sergeant, whatever the hell else now reprimands you for it, where they feel a certain type of way, they start mistreating you just because you had concerns about something, then went to the mayor or the chief of staff about it. That's a problem.
So Cornwood, let me ask you: do you think, because you're in the police department, do you think that it's better if these things, like if they go to court, are dealt with by people on the civilian oversight board? Do you think that that's better than like if it were council members?
Because
the thing is, like, I'm not even trying to like throw shade your way, but like, you're a member of law enforcement, you know,
right?
You're elected to this position from amongst the rank and file. So if you're on an appeals panel type situation about a whistleblowing situation, you could, in theory, then communicate to your lieutenant, oh, hey, you know, some motherfuckers out to get you. Yeah.
Right.
I don't think that's
I don't think that like Cornwood's gonna do that. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just trying to, like, what if, you know,
you're essentially future
should be
proofing the position or the
who should be on the whistleblower thing. Yeah.
Can I make the recommendation with it? Because it doesn't seem like y'all have like a solid recommendation of how to deal with this. Maybe meet the two of y'all, come up with something, put it in writing, and discuss it. Because it's very much like actually throw shit at the wall and see what sticks.
Well, I feel like we're almost right there with having this thing sent. We've already talked about it for 2 weeks. I mean, I think we hash it out
there's
right
no
here
plan
now.
with it though.
Yeah, but it's so close, right? I mean, we don't want to overcook it either, right?
Just put pen to paper. That's it.
I mean, I think it's fine, like workflow wise. Like, people come to me, I go to Crane. Crane decides, you know, court wise how it stacks up from there. Panel, no panel, like,
I agree with that, because I need to sit down and think about with like whistleblowing, government corruption. Yeah, I'll come up with something, but I think I think it will probably need to be amorphous. It will probably need to be dynamic. So we'll probably need the liberty to assemble panels based on what the corruption alleged is. For example, if it was anyone outside of the judiciary, or like a lawyer, I guess I'd say, I would assemble probably a panel of judges. But if it's a judge or city council member or somebody from the civic side, then how does that get adjudicated? So I think we'd probably need to be a little more dynamic and things like that.
So
fluid. That makes.
Yeah. And we could always put something together and adjust it, right? Not just for this, but for anything.
Well, I think you just use a generic phrasing of enables the Chief Justice to assemble a panel. It doesn't have to state whether it's a panel of judges, a panel of city council members, just a panel based on the situation.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And that way I avoid any kind of interruption or suggestion of bias or interference.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Well, that's the solution right there.
Because in any large high profile corruption scandal, there will always be allegations of impropriety both ways. So the only way to prevent those is just have me assemble the panel based on the situation, and then that'll drown out those issues.
Perfect.
All right.
Brain, if you are good with that, then I'm good with the way that sounds, just like in general.
Yeah. If I'm brought a viable case of corruption, I will assemble a panel to deal with it. Which is honestly what would have happened anyway. So, good to write it down, I guess.
There we go.
Yeah. It's also about protecting those government markers from retaliation throughout the process.
Speaking of which, the idea that I was briefly reminded of when Murphy was talking.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to vote on that or Murphy's thing? What are we doing?
Well, I guess
I'm in
did we
agreement.
vote on? Oh no, we didn't vote on it.
I don't think we
No.
voted. But
Yeah, we don't.
I don't think anyone had concerns.
There was no.
I think it's ready. If we want to just present it for a vote right
well.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Officially,
we can vote for it. Yeah, I
Uh,
say yes.
Yeah, as discussed, I'm ready to vote.
Any nays?
Not from my side.
There we go.
Mr. Mayor.
And is this
Max?
Oh boy.
Max.
while he's mulling it over, is this active
He's just on the dark
immediately?
side of the moon.
Oh, he might be.
Oh no.
Max. Is this active immediately? Any sort of legislation that we pass, is it enacted as soon as we okay it and you say it's good to go?
So the typical format, Cornwood, if you check the city council documents
I'm
right
not
now.
aslead.
Okay, your vote was asked.
Y'all, he's just thinking about it, okay?
Hey, deeply meditating.
I understand.
What are we voting on?
Oh, the whistleblower thing. It was all guesses so far. You and nay?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. There you go.
That was yay on that last time.
All right. And then I have a suggestion that I just remembered because of Murphy, and it is as follows. In the past, we always had a large amount of difficulty with the concept of whistleblowers or criminal informants, right? Because it was very difficult to, get someone access to a home and all that kind of stuff. Nowadays, our real estate market and the keys are a lot different. And we might actually be able to facilitate, based on what I've seen with Miss Andy Jones's set of her production, as well as some other things I've witnessed. I think we ought, as a city council, to use state funding to purchase a property that we do not disclose to anyone. I think, we could probably do a blind system where I'm given, a smattering of properties by the council, and then one just is chosen so that, nobody could disperse the information. And then we hire someone under NDA and all that to decorate it, and we create a safe house. And so this way, if someone is a criminal informant for a major trial and they're being hunted, which has happened in the past, or, for example, maybe they're a whistleblower that is afraid of retaliation physically, this has also happened in the past, we could have a place for them.
I love this.
Love it.
Huge fan.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh fuck! What's
Has
that
been effective
plugin that
in
lets you
distant
type in
past
the bank
certain
thing?
situations? So
I can think of three.
Yeah, so that was my suggestion. I just reminded of I think we carry out like a an RFP session with various designers, and we bring them before the council, we select one, then we select like a smattering of properties, like we said, put them into a sort of a black box, and eventually one gets purchased, and there you are.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, great. Sounds great to me.
Why can't I capture me game?
Max, TJ, Cantor, thoughts?
Love it.
Do they still have the ability to do like spoofed IDs? Cornwood, is that a thing?
As far as I know, there's not, but
it used to
I'm
be a
sure
thing in
that
the past.
they can get the machine back, I'm sure.
yeah, I mean, surely somebody somewhere's got one. I just ain't seen one.
Okay, I just didn't know if it was up and running. I know I worked for PD that was like a thing, but not really talked about.
Dude, I forgot my
Yeah,
pen.
I know they had one because. Anyway, I know they had one. But yeah, I mean, we could probably get the machine back. I'm sure it's in storage somewhere.
Yeah, it's gotta be. Why not? They print all these, just gotta plug in a different name.
Yeah, no, I'm good for it. Sorry, I don't think I answered that question.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll write it up officially, and and basically, I guess we'll have Alex start gathering some names of designers. Maybe Miss Jones has some knowledge because she got something done really well lately. Yeah, perfect. Well, there you go.
Oh, perfect.
So yeah, that's all my stuff for the week. Sorry to disjointed remember one thing here and there.
That's great.
You know what happened?
Dude, I forgot my pen.
Do we want to let Andy go next?
Yep.
That's probably for the best. Yeah. Yeah, you ready, Andy?
Y'all right? Everybody got their notebooks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Open them up if you feel like reading the lovely bullet points. I'm sorry, it's not more bullet pointed. I know people don't like reading in this state. Okay, so pretty much, Sharks, I am coming to you for $250,000 grand prize for my week-long survival event. It is Legends versus Locals, which means
I can't use
8
Me
returning
Bank for 10
All-Stars will
minutes,
compete
guys.
against 8 new local players. I've been working on it for about 2 months now. I'm probably still a couple weeks out. However, I wasn't aware that TJ was the treasurer until recently, so I was unsure how quickly the prize money would make it into the account and make sure it was ready for the day of. Now that it's TJ, I feel a little bit more secure. This event is easily, if I'm going to get rid of being humble, probably one of the best that occurs here. As far as the likability, as far as the repeatability, and as far as the massive amount of work effort that I put into it. I cannot explain how many hundreds of countless hours I put into this. I love doing it and people have a great time playing it. That being said, if you want the actual numbers, 92 people have auditioned over the course of 2 seasons. I didn't do any auditions for season 1. A total of 67 contestants have played in the past 3 seasons. We'll add 16 more to that this season. 64 challenges have been created by me and played out after this season takes place, which is a ton. I'm running out of ideas, but I will get through it. Again, they take months for me to plan. We've given away $16 million through this, but $5 million of those were donated back to me because they loved it so much, begging for another season. It is so well attended that for not only for every tribal council do I have to make seating for the audience, I also have to provide seating for every single challenge. People filter in and out to just watch this event every single time it happens. So we have people coming. Yeah. People coming in and out every single day just to watch challenges, to sip the tea. We have people live tweeting all the way through it. It's always such a good fucking time. I would say easily over 100 people probably filter in and out through the week.
Oh yeah.
I can confirm I was the OG live tweeter of season 1.
That's true. You absolutely were. If you want to know anything about the history, this event happened because Sis fucking abandoned me while I was second in command of the HOA, and I wanted a way to trick the boys into doing their fucking chores for the gang, so I made them into games, and we played survival instead.
Oh shit! Wait, gang?
Yeah, I used to be in a gang, Cormac. For like
Criminal
ever.
Mayor Andy Jones.
Oh my god.
That's me. The
Remember
original
the
crime
name?
mayor.
The OG criminal mayor.
Yo.
Original crime mayor.
Have we ever had a mayor that wasn't in a gang?
Oh,
Yeah.
Emma Gain. Emma Gain. Well, I guess Dr.
Emma.
Gain.
Emma.
I think
Right now.
Emma's probably the only one I could say. She was just a doctor.
I don't think shit. Who was
Dr. Pork, did you
used
sell
to
it?
being in Chain Gang.
Yeah, that's right.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, that's
That is
true.
true.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Archie in one?
I mean,
Not
I barely
yet.
know.
Not
She
yet.
never came back to being a doctor after, so for all I know,
Hardcastle,
maybe.
Bunny wasn't.
Not
Matt
yet.
wasn't.
Oh,
Not I haven't been
think
initiated yet.
Hardcastle was in the
Max
Bunny
is PD
gang,
gang.
so you know
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah, Hardcastle was
That's,
in the
he was-
spending millions of dollars on my wife gang.
Yeah, he was in his own little thing there.
Hey, I
Hey,
profited
regardless,
very
guys,
heavily from.
I
Let me
wasn't-
rephrase that.
Must be
Embezzling
nice.
millions of dollars for my
Yeah,
wife
thank you,
gang.
Thank you.
Must
Oh,
be
yeah.
nice.
The embezzle wagons that we never asked for.
Oh,
were
I'll teach you
great.
afterwards. I'll send you the thing I use. I just copy.
Hey,
paste.
$1.5 million for a truck. That was I like that one.
Yeah.
My business did very well.
Benson's
By the
back
way-
alley bullshit.
Excuse
I
me,
wasn't
we
corrupt,
provided a
guys.
unique
It's
service.
Shut
Thank you.
your
Fine.
goddamn mouth.
True though. We did
Fucking
find
I
new
sell
golf
boosted
carts.
cars R Us.
Never happened. Never happened.
Yeah, I love it, Andy. You know, I have
that
a
was
very
awesome.
high opinion on event funding. It's like something I'm very excited about. Rewarding
you.
people, giving people stuff to do that's fun and unique and exciting,
you.
and
If you
allows
want
people to come
to-
together and meet each other and actually talk to each other.
Yes, which is the biggest feedback that I value from former players is that they enjoy that they made connections with people that they feel like they otherwise probably wouldn't have met. I mean, I had Bones and Luciano playing in my event a couple weeks ago, and they were saying, "Let's settle this shit from 5 years ago on survival." It's fantastic. I love it. It as far as why I'm asking for 300,000, I know I said 250 because I have been going back and forth on how much to ask. I have made some calls around to see how much the average civilian worker could make in a week if they were really grinding their ass off. The standard seems to be about 100,000 to 200,000, depending on how hard they go. So I feel like I need to incentivize people to take a break from that grind to, you know, make that money in a fun way, because otherwise they're going to say, oh, I could go make more than that by sitting in my sanitation truck, which by all fucking means, please do. But I don't think it's enough to break the economy. Yes, it could help towards buying a car, house, a really, really cheap house in the south side, the entire amount. But if they're going for something bigger, like crazy fast cargo burr tuner car, it's not going to cover the entire thing.
All right, be honest. How much are you underselling your number by?
She's underselling that number so hard, Andy. That's not enough money.
Oh, I mean, I will take anything. I just never want to ask too much.
How much? Okay, what number would you actually propose if you weren't worried about fiscal responsibility?
I would ask for, if I wasn't worried about fiscal responsibility.
Yeah.
Like I full on turn off Andy Jones brain.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would ask for $500,000 to give away. I would ask for an additional like 200,000 to give for a rerun of this season with a different cast, who will make less, but we'll still have a great time. Because people are already asking if I.
So you're gonna do it like a back-to-back.
Pretty much.
Can you guys see my mouse?
And you want? And this how many weeks is each one?
They are 5 days. I have cut down the number from like 22 to 16 contestants because I used to be like having them pull 10 hours a day, which everybody happily stayed around for. But I'm trying to cut it down.
Lift Briscoe and Dietoxin,
So
Dr.
it's a
Pork.
week for each one.
Yep. Week long, full of like 6. I think there's like 14 challenges in this one. A bunch of tribal councils. There's a ton of moving parts. It's great. So pretty much this would be for 2 weeks. If I could get $500,000 and give 250K each, I would be more than happy.
Sounding hot today.
Sounds
Dude,
good to me.
thanks.
Shit, I mean.
I think we give her the 700,000.
Yeah.
If I don't end up running back seasons, I can either transfer the money back if I end up switching gears, or I can visit with you guys again and then keep it to allocate for other future events and not have to come back here and pitch them all over again.
Question. Is this prize pool just for the sole winner?
The prize pool is typically for the sole winner. I have toyed with the idea of having like a top 2 or
you
top
should
3
do like
get,
you should do a fan favorite vote. Do like a Twitter poll.
Yeah.
Nico Kanto was our fan favorite for season 2 from season 1.
Like a fan favorite gets like 100K or something. That'd be cool. Because then it would just be like maybe someone who's got the most personality but wasn't the best in the competitions still gets rewarded for participating, right?
Yeah. I know what you mean. Because yes.
Finkel Dan has a gun in his apartment.
Because I worry that they'll play the game differently if they're not going all out for number 1.
Just make it a surprise then.
Yeah, blind.
But wait, hold on. This meeting is recorded though, so.
Well, we're already well, Max. If you didn't listen, we're already gonna have to edit some parts out. This, considering we authorized a safe house, so probably that shouldn't go on record either.
True. Ursula.
Ursula.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Ursula doesn't.
Okay, noted. I will make sure that part is taken out.
Ursula would never do anything like that.
Yeah,
No, of course not.
No matter how it's divvied up, I probably wouldn't want to give more than like 300 to a single person. But if that is the amount that I get, I am open to the idea of divvying it up.
Are you yelling,
I
Andy?
just worry that they'll. Yes, I am.
Okay.
I just worry that they'll play differently if they know that they could just gun for a second
I
spot.
can see
instead
that
of
they'll try to
number
like
one.
barter with someone.
What does that
Yeah, I'm
get?
going for
second place
maximum
or something.
spice.
Yeah,
I want them
got
fucking
you.
cutting each other's throats to
Oh.
get number
Yeah,
one.
no, I can see that.
Yeah, fan favorite would be good though.
Yeah, fan favorite would be good after the season.
So I don't mean to be rude,
Cool.
but
Yeah.
why do we have like what is survival legends versus local? Don't we have a survival? We have a survival police department versus everyone already. That happens every day.
Dang.
No, but this is
If
not
you-
about a gunplay, Cornwood.
Oh,
That's
okay,
right.
okay.
If you read one of the reviews, Nico Canto phrased it as "conflict has never been so healthy."
That's pretty good.
A glowing review, in
Oh,
my
okay.
opinion.
Oh shit. Okay, maybe I'll partake in this then.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it looks like a good time.
Yeah, totally up to you guys. I am more than happy to take whatever you guys give me. The help would be immense. The last event did successfully earn me the warehouse to build the set, which I would take you guys to if it wasn't in Polito and you weren't already sitting in this room for a million hours. But
Sorry,
if anybody are interested in
Desmond,
seeing it,
thanks
feel
for
free to
subbing.
come by.
Yeah, I would love to. What is Tessa's review here? What the hell is this?
Oh yeah, apparently okay, so in season 2 I allowed phones, and that means that people were texting each other. I would assume
Okay.
things like "we gotta get rid of him now."
Oh god.
He can't be here anymore. We gotta fucking cut his throat. And then apparently she was part of an investigation because of her text messages. with
Hilarious.
Wait, what?
Absolutely hilarious.
because of out of context.
Wait, hold on. She
survival.
said
Go manual sync on
mistake.
Discord.
She said cut his throat.
Oh.
No. I'm saying this
Wait.
was years ago. This was years ago.
So she
but
said that shit years ago.
I don't know what she said
Yeah.
specifically. I'm saying those types
Something
of things
like
were
that.
very
Holy
frequently
shit! So
probably
she's been
texted
doing this a
among each
long
other.
time.
No, they don't literally hurt each other in survival.
No, Tessa wouldn't do that.
She stabbed me in the throat, like
Hey, what the hell?
like 2 months ago.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Dolphin.
Reconnect.
I'd stand corrected.
So
Okay, so it was fucked up on my end. That was my bad. I restalled my passwords when I switched computers.
that is my presentation. Any questions?
No, that sounds great.
How do I sign up? No,
I
yeah,
hold
like,
open auditions
sounds
if that's a legitimate question.
Mm,
I tend to set it up down at the Fame or Shame thing at Maze Bank Arena.
I've been
We have
I've been
casting calls.
advocating for rewarding high effort, high engagement events and basically funding them out of pocket for months. So I'd be very encouraged if you got the funding for this that you're asking for.
I saw the set
I'm all
yesterday, and
for-
it is the definition.
It's
of
capped at
high
60
effort.
because I'm all tabbed right
Jesus
now.
Christ.
Thank you.
Everything Andy does is so
True,
I'm not
true and
surprised,
real.
Yeah.
Andy, was the thing that I accompanied you to, was that part of the planning for this too?
No,
Thanks
that
for
was the
subbing.
last event that went to the funding for the warehouse for this. Well,
Okay.
for this and other events.
Oh right, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
But yeah, you
Yo,
got my
Moon,
vote
why
for
bald?
funding.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Fuck you.
My take this time is the same as last time. If any one individual deserves the trust of usage of some of the state funds for something like this, it is Andy Jones. So I'm perfectly happy for that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know
Okay.
I'm more than happy to hand over my bank account if you guys somehow, end up thinking that something weird's happened.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried.
I ain't got no worries. I do think I mean that is a lot of money to hand over, but I mean I think that if people are doing shit to support the people of the city, I'm well in favor of it.
Photocard, thanks for subbing.
Thank you.
I said even 10 words this meeting. Yep.
I guess it's up to you guys what number then. I will take the most you are willing to give and allocate it as.
I think it's 700,000,
accordingly.
right?
Yeah, I
Everybody
would
want to
approve.
give her the full amount.
The reason I asked you what number you actually would ask for is because I know that you're going to undersell yourself out of some compulsion towards making sure we understand that you're like legit and not taking money or anything. So you're trying to show us how conservative you can be. But that's bullshit because we already know that because you've run this thing like multiple times already. So don't undersell yourself. We should just give her what she asked for, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed.
And you'd asked for 50,000 before, right?
For the last event, yeah, I asked for 50,000.
And I know that you spent more than that on the rocks for the new set. So no, you're getting
Yeah.
you're getting the
My
full
God,
amount.
not
You're
the
getting the
rocks.
700,000. Oh
About
my god.
$61,000 worth of rocks.
Ready to fight new group
Holy
boss in
fuck.
Volleyball
Oh my
Part
God,
2?
that's a lot of
Yup.
rock.
Oh damn!
How
okay.
many
really
rocks did
cool,
you
though.
individually place again? 300?
316 different rocks.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool though. There's a skull. It's great.
Dude, how did I forget my bank
Yeah,
pin?
700,000 would be amazing. I'll run several like back-to-back versions of this particular one before I move on to like a different theme, different set, different challenges, all that stuff. I like to give them like a 4 to 6 month time gap between them, but if more people want to play, and with it being a little bit more difficult to set up nowadays because I don't
Maybe I
have as
typed it
many
wrong.
tools
I
available
tried
to me as I
multiple
used to.
times.
The gap will probably come sooner, and I'm willing to run it back with the same challenges and stuff. And besides, with this type of event, the game really does change based on who's playing, not necessarily what challenges they're participating in. So 700 would be great if you guys are good with that.
Hey, you know what, Andy? We have we just got well, the rentals technically I forgot. We just got we just got helicopters in. And we could even do some shit with your event, recording the helicopters.
Ooh,
Cornwood.
But that's another discussion.
call me when you guys got parachutes. I got challenges in mind for that.
Oh my lord.
Thor and
Kick
Kick on
on
the
the
Felix or something.
Target with police barriers.
Don't count your, chickens before they hatch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's just an idea that I got for down the road, maybe for season 5.
Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, season 5 will definitely happen. I will keep running this as long as there are people who love it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, do you have any nays on $700,000 for Andy Jones?
So you're splitting up as how much the breakdown cost again? Just really quick. 500 prize, 200. Just give me the overall cost again.
Am I a glorb head? You mean a glorb head? Yeah. I'm a big glorp guy.
So I would say I would stick probably within like 250 because I was allocating 50,000 of the original price to like.
You said glorb? The fuck is glorb?
The price can be more. I'd probably stick with like 300 for the first season, and then
permission to shake my glorb granted.
Depending how many people want me to run it back. If not, I can return the money, or I can keep it to allocate to a different event. Or
I saw that typo in chat.
You can approve it as a certain amount. As each one of those come up, those can be milestone payments based upon
you
reception.
want me to withdraw it when I actually need it?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, not lump sum, just as it goes.
Yeah, I'm good with that. It's not hard to contact you.
Nope.
Cool. But I will ask for the 300 relatively soon. Because I'll be done any day now. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Super excited for that.
Thanks, guys.
Of course, you have a good one, Andy.
Oh, also, just as a side note, you guys should get process servers. It would give judges quests to give and follow and watch people, and then you could pay them like per.
That's a good idea.
Run. And then
I was using servers for a cease and desist when I was actively practicing law. It is super fun. 10 out of 10 recommend.
Yeah, because you also don't need like construction. You could just pay them based on per contract. Okay. Anyway, I'm out of here. Later. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Okay. She's great.
Okay.
That is my aunt. She's amazing.
As is customary, we will now go to my left to start to see who has what to present. We got Solomon Walker.
Excuse me.
TJ.
Sorry, TJ Walker. Sorry.
Wow.
ADMC last name probably related somehow. You know how it is.
Not related, but thank you. We're two very distinct people. I definitely don't have a British accent. I have actually quite a bit. I want to follow up on some of the Dogtown stuff. So the last time that we had talked, I did go meet with Bobby and actually got him to be serious for a hot minute, which is kind of hard to do. So did a full assessment kind of where they are at as costs. They estimate roughly, this is in the Dogtown Treasurer notes. This is not something that's like a actual legislation or something. I just put it there for y'all to look. They estimate their cost roughly to be about 8 to 10K per day.
Pause.
Yes, go ahead.
These idiots are accounting for several $1,000s wasted bullets that they're shooting at their inmates.
I was saying that.
Just so we're clear.
Yeah, this is across the department. I'm well aware, believe me.
I'm just gonna enter my stance on the record ahead of time. Fuck Bobby and Carmine and fuck their shitty request. And I love them and they're doing a great job over there. But part of this agreement where they get carte blanche in this lawless zone was that we don't have to deal with them or fund them. We gave them jobs. We're hiring more of their people.
I raised their pay too.
let me go. Let me finish with this.
Sorry.
Before we go
Sorry.
into
All right,
a,
I know. I'm just getting myself on the record.
let me before we start Terrence part, because you weren't here for the part where they're doing a proposal, Crane. And I'm going to give you, I guess, I'll TLDR on this. So they came in asking, and gave a demonstration of inmates that were shackled, and they were requesting that they're able to work with
Easy to run. Thanks for
the
subbing.
state to do sanitation, do deliveries, do jobs with them. They're requesting then funds afterwards, which would be helped or used to then basically fund themselves. I have on there a suggestion. This is not by any all means a whatever, it's open for discussion. I thought that it would be appropriate if the state would purchase materials if they were from sanitation or Dogtown employees, inmates, and deposit the funds into I have a pending state account accessible only by those members of Dogtown. Those purchased by the state will be used for repairs and emergency service vehicles. And should, this is down the line, that be of interest,
Some
and
chatter
Siobhan
just
and I
said
talked a little bit
no.
about this. Businesses interested in
no
working with PD or such wise for those emergency service vehicles may bid on a contract be administered of those repairs.
No.
Kind of a circular economy with it. Thoughts?
These guys are idiots, TJ. Are you willing to do all the work for them?
Well, we do have a pending cabinet that is looking at commerce and labor, and that could fall right into there. But yeah, am I able to? Listen, I just want to give people opportunities.
Okay.
And if they're willing to do the work, then I see no reason why, as long as it's actually benefiting. If it's for bullshit, then no.
So wait, so how do they get the materials? They're gonna go do sanitation?
Yeah, so they brought in inmates,
Lifers.
yeah, that were shackled,
Okay,
and they're
and so
going to
then,
take them.
so you're telling me you're gonna get a bunch of these lifers are gonna go to sanitation. What happens if someone robs them doing sanitation? Is the lifer with 15 life sentences for cannibal torture gonna then bite the guy's face off, and
So
then am
they're
I gonna be
trying
liable?
to they're trying to ask
Yeah,
for
that's-
essentially the ability to function as cops outside of the prison in regards to
No,
their
no, not yet. Not that,
business.
no,
It
that
was
wasn't
pretty-
it.
that was definitely where they went, but we did talk them down.
we gave them homework, right? And their homework was to go talk to
was my idea.
Barrick of how potentially this could function. They obviously haven't gotten back to us yet. I've actually been trying to reach Barrick in the meantime for separate issues. So I'd imagine that they did not catch up with him, but it would be based upon them coming back here and proposing that. So I just did a cost analysis basically of what they're formulating, if this is feasible or not.
Well, you'd
I'm
said
not
something
trying to
useful
pitch it
this
for them.
meeting.
I'm just putting it as a suggestion.
I'm
as
talking
more
to
context from
streamer.
what they came with.
I'm talking. Look at me, mommy.
There.
Bobby Charles is the biggest dipshit I've ever met.
Craig, you don't have to tell me that. I
You missed the
spent
part of the
way
meeting
too
where
long in
Bobby just
prison with him
repeatedly
being a
hit the
guard.
shackled woman.
If this goes through, it would be much easier to allow them to get the materials from the slave labor for the lifers or whatever, and to sell them and to pocket the money. I don't think we need like another account that needs to be like added to, and then like we don't need to add more bureaucratic like tape to like the process of them getting that money, just because it's extra work for all of us that doesn't need to exist, in my opinion.
And that's fair. I thought just as a perspective, and this is kind of where I was going at with it, as a continuation from the emergency service vehicle side, I did get the numbers from EMS, ran those. They're roughly about $5,628 a day is what their actual expenditures are. 4,000 of that, which is 80%, is going to the actual repairs, while 1,000 per day is going to equipment. So it's just more of a circular thing, and then
You know
pocketing.
why Bobby and Carmine have to constantly repair their shit?
This isn't Bobby and Carmine. This is, I just said EMS.
Yeah.
Where are you going with that, Crane?
Well,
wasn't
Bobby and Carmine
talking
drive
about
around like
them.
assholes all day.
Because they're
And-
dipshit.
And when we're sitting here and we're talking about groups like the EMS and things like that, Some of them ain't too far off from Bobby and Carmine in terms of driving habits.
That's
Need to
fine.
be honest about that.
I get that. I'm just putting out the information of what can be used to be beneficial. That's really about it. So that's on them if they want to come back and propose this and actually have the ability to do that. That's not on me. I'm not trying to advocate for it. I'm just did an analysis of where things were at. Fair enough.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'd hear him out again. Hopefully it's quicker than the last conversation too.
Your intention was to have like that account pay for EMS repairs and shit.
So the intention of no. So we would buy the materials off of them, right? We would have a business bid on the contract from a government to be the sole proprietor, sole administrator of repairs for EMS, so that those materials that we buy can then subsequently be used to repair our essential services vehicles. So we're using the inmates to gather sanitation parts. That then goes back to the state. The state then fixes the vehicles of our emergency services. They use it to fund whatever the hell they're going down there. That's really about it.
Who did you talk to from EMS about this?
I have not. This is just a theoretical.
It's a great idea. It's a great idea. I was just wondering if maybe the chief of EMS came to you and talked about it.
No. I just got access to the funding for it as to what they are currently spending and their expenditures, and I just figured, you know what? How do we make this all relative so one feeds into the other?
I like that idea. There are a couple of problems. One, we would have to designate one person that is not a government employee that would be ensuring that those materials are used for the sole purpose of making repair parts.
Correct.
And I don't know who would be able to do that. I have like a couple of ideas, but at the end of the day, like we can't like fully monitor like how they're actually using those, right?
Yep. So that's where technically the last part of that is they come in and do a bid. So if you want to have, say 4 or 5 different potential shops to open, right? They're going to go ahead bid that they can do the work. They come in, do a quick presentation, similar to what Andy did. We as a council say, yep, all right, we're going to choose this one. And then that one is the only one, which then allows it to be audited, basically, because we know how much we're paying for it and we know how much should be there. So all those things get logged as to how many across, how many get repaired. All those things are very easy to do because it's the same thing that happened, years ago at autos. All that shit was taken care of. You can cost factor in how much these repair costs are, and you can determine if they're being abused or not.
Technically a state budget, which is not allowed. Technically a state budget, yes,
So
but this
I
is a
know
creative
guy
way
who
to do
who
it.
can make them and sell them. Who's not a part of the PD.
Or you can even just have someone in PD. This is down the line. Big picture thinking. This is still contingent upon them actually doing the fucking work and coming in here and saying this is what them and Barrick talked about.
Okay.
So I don't want to get too into the weeds with shit that hasn't happened yet.
Right, I got you.
I mean, if it's in PD, I can do that shit.
Yeah, but as mentioned, I mean, I've personally been trying to contact Barrick.
You're not receiving texts or calls?
So I doubt they have either.
I have a different phone number, dude. That's why they're not showing up.
Apologies, my voice is a little raspy. I'm kind of, allergies in the city are not great.
Oh hell, it just gets that way sometimes. Okay. Bobby, Charles, and Carmine are very much a give them an inch, they'll take a mile type of folks, and sometimes they'll take 2 miles. So you got to be careful with what you give them.
Oh, I agree. This is depending if they actually do the damn work.
Yeah, I get you.
They don't get it if they don't do. That's it.
Yeah.
Can't we just have them make license plates?
Oh, that'd be great.
In my mind,
Make a factory in the middle of the prison
of Bobby with like a shackled inmate with like a collar on, just like leading him towards his enemy to like eat him.
But you do not have to tell me. I have spent more time in prison with him than I care to even let you know.
Yeah, but like using lifers as pets outside of the prison.
So they're gonna
so many things.
Y'all weren't too
Just
opposed
good
to it last
old-fashioned
week when he was here.
It's just good old-fashioned for-profit prison labor. I don't understand.
So they're going to have shackles on these prisoners, and they're going to have them go work for free.
That is exactly what he showed us last week. Y'all were here.
So I did see something on file. I just remembered this earlier. If you look up Grover Carlson, are they already doing this? There's two individuals in their prison gear with Scotty Bard, who I know is hired to the DOC. It says Scotty said no, send your buzz on our future. Maybe it's something different, but they're already taking about. Maybe they're already trying to do this without speaking to the PD about how that would function.
They are outside. I don't know what they're doing, but yeah.
Well, I guess fuck
It
it.
does-
We
it does
warned
just
them
seem-
if they, if they commit any crimes outside of here that they're liable still anyway. So, it's fine.
I understand that it's like a hurdle to get over logically, but it does still like bug my mind that like the lifers, the ones specifically who are meant to be in prison and never come out, are the ones in this use case that get to frequently leave prison.
Whoopee
I
cushion
understand
and Thu,
why.
thanks for subbing.
It's just funny. It's hard to get past.
Being in the presence of Bobby Charles is a prison. I'm gonna be honest.
True.
You're not wrong.
Amen.
So what happens? What happens when someone decides it'd be really funny to ambush the DOC and break out the lifers?
Then they're harboring a fugitive.
Yeah, we talked about that. Would technically be a hut.
That's a
charge at
hut.
that
I
point.
don't think people are going to be fucking around and finding out with that.
And we
Yeah.
explained
I think
to
they
Body
will.
and Carmine very clearly
yeah,
they
they
cannot
will.
retaliate against
yeah.
individuals on behalf of the lifers or anything. No, that does not. That is not their purview. They would have to call the police.
Yeah.
I mean,
Are Bobby? Well, hold on. Are Bobby and Carmine subject to search when outside?
Are they? I mean, they're still. I mean, they're citizens of Los Santos. You still need RS and PC for that.
Because I know for a fact the PD's provided me evidence, as well as pretty much anyone who would listen. Someone even got twatted out that these yokels were brandishing PD guns in the prison. And I told them specifically that if you manage to get your hands on illegal guns and things like that, I'm not going to mess with you if it's only in the prison. But the second any of that comes outside of the prison, we got a big fucking problem.
Well,
and I don't trust either of them.
I don't know if that lifer was actually a lifer.
Unraveled in their
Dusty.
own authority and think, oh, I'm the
I think it
big
might have
dick
just been a
strutting
dude.
around with all my inmates. I can do whatever I want, and then pull out their PD Glock when someone tries to hold them up.
I think that's why we tried to explain.
And then
to
what
them
are they
that
going to
they're
argue?
not-
Well, I'm active
They can't
on
do
duty
that.
DOC, so
Yeah, that's what they were trying to go for. That's why they were told they had to speak to Barrick about where the line on that is, because we told them pretty clearly, no, you cannot do that. That is
Well, that
is
ain't
not how
Barrick's
this
line.
works.
That's the legal line.
Well, I'll
Oh,
tell y'all
I
something that
agree.
happened.
That was where it ended.
Something happened a couple days ago. There was a was it a Rami El Rahman that we had in custody? And for some reason, we decided this is the first time we're going to do a prison transport. At least as far as I know, we did a prison transport. Now, I wasn't even made aware of a prison transport occurring. I was up patrolling north with Croc Steve. I see a white vehicle. Looked like it was crashed out against the tree. And this is around the same time everybody's seatbelts just were real loose for some reason. So I thought, oh shit, somebody probably got ejected from their vehicle, didn't they? So I get out of the vehicle and I go check up on it and say, oh shit, is something going on? Myself and Croc are looking around trying to help a fella. Next thing you know, I end up getting just mag dumped from across the street by a couple folks and the guy that we're trying to help out. The belief is that these guys had set up to stop the prison transport. Now, here's my question. How the shit, I don't know what that was, it was probably Al-Qaeda. But how the shit do these guys know that we're doing a transport when we usually have the local DOC drive these guys up?
Oh, I gotta fill you in on this?
Yeah.
Or Max, you want to fill in on this one too? All right. So usually what will happen is if they request a lawyer, most of the members of the group that they're with will figure out who an active lawyer is. They'll go down make some sort of contact usually, and a sign that they should be requesting a transport, which then means they're probably trying to break them out. Prison transports
They
used
asked me
to
a
be
question?
a very,
What? I
very
was gone for like
common
10
thing
seconds.
a long time ago, to the point where in training in academy, we used to practice setups for that.
Yeah, the issue is that also at that time we had coordination with actual DOC who were
Correct.
actual vetted government employees, not Bobby and Carmine. So first of all, we never, as a council, authorized those two idiots to do anything outside the prison. In fact, we said quite the opposite. So the concept that somehow there would be a prison transport at all that involved Bobby and Carmine would be contrary to everything we've discussed.
Did someone ask me a question? Because I was literally I was unfocused for like 10 fucking seconds.
Yes.
You're good.
You
Don't worry
just
about
asked, it was just a feedback thing. You're good.
What was
Don't
it?
worry. If you wanted to explain, Cornwood, the process of prison transports and how they used to be hit, I gave him my context in the past. So I figured if you wanted to add anything else that was colorful from our history.
The lawyer just pitches a fit for an hour to get everybody in position, and then
Yeah,
request the
Murphy
transfer.
Murphy knows better than anyone here. Why are you asking Max? Shit.
That's probably true.
So
I got
here's the thing.
because I
don't
got
know-
liberated
I don't
from
know
a
if there was
prison
lawyer involved
transport.
in
Is
that
why you asked
situation
me.
or not.
Right. Yeah, no,
What I'm saying,
I'm aware,
is if this is that one time when this kind of hadn't really been established, and then all of a sudden these guys know, I don't know 100%. Bobby claims, come hell and high water, that it wasn't him when I called him out on it, but I don't know how else they would know, because the only people that knew about the prison transport occurring were the people in the cells, and I don't even know if they had a lawyer for that situation, because it's Rami. I don't know if he normally gets a lawyer or not.
Well,
so
what about Bobby's employees?
Sure. Again, my point being, and this goes back to the whole radio shit of them wanting the radios, right? They could still have something. I mean, they could say all they want, and I know we came up with some stipulations, but there's a reason why Chief Justice Crane said he didn't want them having radios at all. But I do understand their plight in terms of having to deal with the radios that everybody else uses. So the fact that these guys are on our radio channels, that they're privy to the information that we have, and then I'm getting mag dumped for for trying to be a good damn Samaritan and make sure that somebody's not hurt on the side of the road, pisses me the hell off. Okay. So how the hell do they know about it? That there's a prison transport occurrent for Rami Al-Rahman.
Little grilling investigation time there, Cornwood. Get him in a little cell, ask them a bunch of questions, put them on record, see what they say.
Yeah, and they say, no, it wasn't me. They say that damn wasn't me. I said, okay, yeah, it was. And then what?
Well,
the investigation don't do shit.
You could potentially see if they called anyone during that time frame or any of their employers, because they have to make contact with it. So then you can.
I mean, we could push for a subpoena. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Why don't
help establish that?
So what was how did this transport work?
Are we on again?
No, it's sidetracked at this point.
How did this transport work? Did they come to MRPD and pick them up?
Yes, with the police escort. Well, I don't even know, because this was before the transport was even occurring. So I was in the area, just happened to be in the area, didn't know the transport was occurring. I wasn't involved in the scene, and then I ended up getting mag dumped for just trying to check on some son of a bitch. Thought he crashed out. That's my question. So it's not really sidetracked. It's directly to your point. When it comes back to you give these guys an inch, they take a mile, and it leads back to last week's discussion about the radios. So unless somebody within the PD for the first time ever told somebody else, hey, we're doing a prison transport.
That's not the first time ever. Come on.
No, definitely
well,
not.
First time, I shouldn't say ever, but the first time, as far as I know, since the collapse.
Do you know who cleared it on PD side?
No idea. I was not.
Sounds like a Slacks moment. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real.
I heard there was only one unit assigned too. That's it.
So here's the
Oh, well,
thing.
then one
There
unit
are
means
ways.
that unit was the one who authorized it.
Correct.
I didn't
There's
get the
ways to
name.
go ahead and like figure this out with it. If it truly did happen, 'cause we may
Actually
be going down
was.
a rabbit hole, that is not that. I'm not here to defend them or not. There's just ways to prove that intentionally.
Lol.
So, I recommend just doing the proper investigation. If that is something you believe, put it together, put a subpoena, and shoot it over to Crane in his department. Sorry, my old cop brain's still churning, man.
I mean, your new cop brain would say, "Be careful about investigating too hard."
Fair. All right.
Don't have anybody on duty to do
that. Shall we move on to the next one?
Sure.
All right. So the first one, top one. The emergency essential funding. This is kind of a new one I just put up there. This is in a state or a aspect should the state ever be declared into an emergency relief or emergency state, that there is a state fund that is set aside in a separate account, where it is only accessible to what would be at the time whoever the current treasurer is in that state of emergency. Proposed amount as 500 million. Sorry, 50 million. My apologies.
I'll do 20 million.
Meet you halfway.
Sure, 25 million. I think this is a great idea. Especially for future mayors who don't really understand. I'll put it simply, it's pretty easy to get to zero, or sorry, hard to get to zero. But I don't doubt that there's someone dumb enough who might get elected in the future who could possibly do that.
So this is just to set aside. So you said 25. I meet you at 30.
Sure. I don't care.
Any other thoughts?
No, I think that's good.
Quick vote.
Emergency fund sounds fine to me.
Makes
sounds
sense.
responsible.
Problem is we can't make bank accounts right now.
I know. This is to be set aside. So when that should or happens to occur, that will be put into there. So I'll follow this up with what I am proposing to do is establish who is classified as essential workers at that point. I know I talked about that a little bit. I do have a list if you have any thoughts on that now. Current list. And please tell me if you think this is off or if I'm missing someone. Give me one sec. PD, EMS, doctors, Department of Justice, food service workers, and mechanics. Those are the ones I have currently listed as essential services. It's not in the document if you're looking.
Okay.
So what I would like to see this, the purpose of this be, is this money is set aside. A future mayor fucks up so hard that the state account goes to zero. That means no one gets paid for any job.
Correct.
What I would like to see this this money being used for is, if it somehow gets to zero, the future treasurer then is allowed to move that money that was put aside into the main account, and then that should give time for an impeachment investigation, essentially. Because obviously the mayor has fucked up so hard that there needs to be some kind of impeachment investigation. That mayor gets impeached, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And that allows everything to keep moving citywide as well. Like, you're not gonna have to worry about people from Group 6 or Grime coming to you being like, hey, why am I getting $0 right now? Because you're doling the money out.
Well, now you just made me think of something.
What up?
What happens if someone invests in like a shit ton of material goods or like a shit ton of like cryptocurrency, and then they get all their friends together and form a political party and get a mayor elected, and then intentionally crash the economy and then they're the hoarders of like all these essential goods, which then they can just set a price on as they demand.
How's the crypto come into this again? Sorry, I'm trying to track this.
Oh, crypto is all you need a fiat currency.
Fair. All right. So let me actually this goes right into my next one. And maybe we just talk about both of them in succession, because maybe we should take a look at the Funding Approval and Transparency Act and read that for a second. It's 9 different sections on there. It's pretty self-explanatory. Take a look. That is what you just described, Max, the entire purpose of.
No, stop.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I'll let everyone read, and then we can continue.
Okay.
Which one are we on? The FAFO?
No, the Funding Approval and Transparency Act.
Yeah, the FATA one. All right.
Yes.
You stole my name. That's crazy.
Ada?
The
No,
FAFO
the
one.
FAFO. We already have a FAFO act.
Yeah, I told him about it. Yeah. It's a good name.
Call me fat? No.
All right, so yeah, there's a lot in here.
Yeah, I've been busy for the 4 days since we last met.
Song 3 out of 3. Good, sorry guys.
Anyone need another minute?
All good.
All right.
Maybe you can walk us through it, TJ.
Yeah. So this is a shared accountability for the council as a whole, not just for example, yourself, Max. It's also in a public perspective, gives you and others the legal cover and the plausible deniability with a dual approval system. So, for example, if you get questioned about decisions, it becomes a shared responsibility. It cannot be pinned solely on one person, i.e., the mayor's side to it. And that situation that you just described cannot happen. There's a less chance for taking a fall or financial mismanagement or for allegations of corruption if those things are set up. Once again, this is set up for a future where not one person can just dominate that funding, as you had mentioned, and decide basically fuck the city at a whim and acts as a safeguard for the entirety of the system. So essentially, it's allowing us to do the proper checks and balances that should occur. I don't envision too much of an issue with it because it's as a group decision and it's a signed off aspect to it. This allows another layer of protection, not only for yourself, but for everyone else involved on top of it.
Hey, Vingle, what's going on? What? Right now? Okay. Thanks for the heads up. Appreciate you. Okay. Okay. All right. We'll be who?
Lil Pup waiting for Crane to carry him as usual. I'm not talking first on this.
Okay. I'll beware people with white shirts. All right. Thanks, Bingo. Bye.
Questions, comments, concerns.
Look, I'm for it, but I'm also well aware that I'm not the person who makes these changes. So I'm sure others that are more involved in that discussion will have their thoughts. However, for me personally, I would like to not be punished with a pay decrease to less than a fourth of what our pay was, with no warning. So yeah, I'm for it.
That pay was increased to that by me, by the way. What it was much lower than that to start.
But still higher than we are now.
Yeah, by like $100 more. It was probably. Yeah, that's true.
125. Yes.
125.
God, yeah. Sorry. Yes. You're so kind. Thank you for that.
Hey, just a heads up when we sorry, I had to accept that call. Just a heads up when we walk out of this room at all. Apparently, there is somebody on their way to come kill Max. So,
Okay. Is that the phone call that you got from Vingle?
Yep. Yeah. Don't know who, but
We did just say, "Hey, Vingle."
Yeah.
It's a good thing we have an officer that'll actually shoot you.
You just gotta distract him. Give him something more interesting.
well, literally, this guy's wearing a white shirt. I asked Vingo who it is. He really doesn't know. Is what it sounded like. He genuinely sounded confused.
If I walk out of there, and I see anyone in that hallway with a gun, I'm gonna dome them.
Right, go right ahead.
Amen. God bless the Second
Go,
Amendment.
hey, Siobhan, could you do me a favor and text him that Max said that so he's been warned?
And we are witness too.
So
preemptively stood his ground.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm sorry. Popcorn. Go ahead.
Can you explain what a requester is in Section 3?
Yeah. So, for example, that would be like Andy, right? Anyone that is requesting funds to be used from the state account, anyone that
Me and
is,
Blind
for
Beta,
example, say Siobhan has someone going on from the cabinet side to it, Siobhan would relay the request, act as a requestor. So it's a blanket term for anyone that is trying to access funds from the account. Anyone can technically be a requester. That could be, and this is Crane when we were talking before. For example, Crane, you would be the requester for the Department of Justice to then pay out for your judges for the bench trials and for docket cases.
Weren't they? Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Ain't they already going to get covered from what Chief Justice Crane was talking about earlier?
Absolutely. I'm just putting it as a term as to how the legislation would embody who that person is, right? So it's not like if they get covered by it, that's fine. It just technicality is they are the requester based upon this. They're the ones looking for funds. So as that gets
this is
paid
report
out,
6154, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So every time a judge completed a docket case or a bench trial, you would want you and me to sign off on the disbursement of money?
I'd probably just give you a stack of it at the end of the week and be like, here you go, sign these.
Do you prefer that process to you simply being the one to do it like whenever one is done? Like the judge finishes the case and then they can immediately go to you and be like, hey, in accordance with the thing the Chief Justice passed or whatever, you owe me $20K or whatever.
In my thing, we settled how we're doing the disbursements. I really wrote that in there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Or is that just an example?
This is an example.
But okay.
So would this supersede other
this is a basis what those things are built upon.
Never
So
listen.
when I
No, I'm
mentioned
asking
that
this
we
stuff
should probably
on
just take a quick
purpose.
second, before voting on some of that, is I wanted to see if we wanted to establish this for the basis of that, of how it's approved. So if we have a baseline and build upon it, we can incorporate it as you wish, since we had not yet approved it.
I don't know. I think we're gonna need more than a second to talk about this one.
That's entirely fine.
It's, right now, I'm operating. I have 2 or 3 fiscal policies that I adhere to, and I adhered to during term 1. In term 2, we're currently in a saving phase so that we can go back to what we were doing up until the election. For about a month and a half up until election, I super pumped money into the sanitation market because materials were desperately needed. In section 5, this says that you will review you're responsible for the initial review and validation of all funding requests. The treasurer ensures that all funding requests are in accordance with the budgetary constraints and fiscal policies. Who in your vision should be the person to set fiscal policy in Los Santos?
That would be joint treasurer / mayor. So if you want to do a golden era, or a whatever you want to call it, for
golden age,
if you want to call it that, and then you work jointly with it, and you say, all right, we're going to save up a certain amount for a period of time, and we know that we're going to do that, then we work together to establish at what point can we do that.
What if we never agree with each other?
Well, as long as you don't drain the account to 0, then
well,
part of this is also from the council side as well.
Sure. But let's assume that, for example, hypothetically, okay?
Hypothetically.
Let's say this passes. Let's say, me being the mayor, the person who had sole control and power over this, and who has demonstrably been extremely acute and responsible. Let's say I just don't like the fact that you are the person who is involved in that process. What if I just choose not to work with you?
Then I'm going to ask you, what's the purpose of having a treasurer?
Well, the purpose of the treasurer is to ensure that someone like me does not abuse my power. The purpose of the treasurer is to ensure that I'm not embezzling money from the state account. The purpose of the treasurer is to ensure that I am not so wildly irresponsible that you're essentially going to use your power to audit the state account to prove that I am someone who should be impeached if I were abusing my power, which I'm sure was attempted term 1, obviously did not succeed. So what I'm curious about is this act a response to my fiscal policies from term 1, or no? Okay, so what made you come to deciding to work on something?
Yeah, actually, that came from a fair amount of my interview with Crane, to be honest. Crane, how'd you kind of put it? When someone pumps money into the economy?
I love that Max is taking this personally.
What's the wording that you used when
he's not? I deliberately worded that.
The possibility of coercive votes based upon doing a golden age right before a voting period. If it's planned and it's put out there and that's the intention of it, then I have no problem doing it whatsoever. I don't set the direction for it. As you put it, this is for you and your term, and anyone else therefore afterwards to come to
end of my sentence is kind of cut off since my new PC setup.
It happened, so it's done responsibly.
It's probably my noise gate. Probably me noise gate.
Yeah, I mean, shit, sounds like good politics, I guess.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but from my understanding, especially when we're talking about the.
But sorry, in the corner, I just want to make sure I get this out there. There's also easier ways to solve that issue than implementing a whole other check and balance on every decision the mayor makes, and that is you just make it so the economy has to be locked in, at a non, accelerated, stance, a week or two before the elections.
I think
Maybe
that's a
take, like,
separate, yeah, I think that's a separate thing with that though. I don't think that's pertaining to, this is the entirety, not just for 2 weeks.
I know. I'm just saying. If that's the citation that I'm concerned about, that's what I'm worried about. So
how many you knows
I'm
was
trying
that?
to basically put with this is that, my job is, yes, Max, to ensure checks and balances, to make sure you're not doing anything stupid. But on top of this, it's also ensuring that there's dual responsibility between you and I.
Well, see,
So you're not basically fucking yourself out of a job.
Yeah, of course. And I made some pretty poignant and powerful decisions fiscally recently. And I definitely did some during term 1. And I definitely had the details of the state account leaked by the former treasurer to Stanley Miller, who then began to tweet that the state account was losing more than $3 million per day. And if the state account losing $3 million per day was not enough to inspire the treasurer to maybe vote that I should be impeached, I'm not too concerned about impeachment or losing my job. I'm not concerned that I need dual responsibility for this role. In fact, I'm so pleased with how that golden age went that I'm even more confident now than I was while it was happening that right now the state account has more money in it that it almost ever has right now. We're almost back up to